team with the plant down. No way. What a round.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think he deserved that because why in the world are you walking up in a 2v2 with the plant down? I don't like that. But you know what? I mean,
Overconfidence, my friend.
yeah.
Overconfidence of a great player, and thinking this is
Oh yeah.
it. We're gonna take it, end it right here. Send us to Chalet for map 2. But no, Army of Five Storm has got something else to say about it. Gonna take it at least one more, and if they win another, we're going to OT on our first map.
Well,
Let's go.
I mean, Crazy's proven himself just a little bit. I was about to say something about how he was 0-7, but he found 2 really impactful kills. And impact, he got an impact kill, so that was great. And I mean, like Glitter said, maybe you want to chop this map, but look at this. We've got a 6-5, and all of a sudden they can go T pretty quick here.
Yeah,
Just
could
one
have a
more
shot
round.
at taking it. Yeah, I like it. It's fun. It's exciting. It's exactly what you want from a grand final situation. And just want to point out, wasn't it Bean that died to the Claymore who also got the Capcan kill? So it's a
Yes,
little
the
bit of
dead
poetic
man.
justice.
It was a little bit of siege poetry coming out, and bringing that out. That's great. Now, Exige bringing out the drones here from Brava. Think that may be an important piece, saying we're not going to lose to a Capcan again. We're going to steal them. I'd love to see it happen. Speaking of,
Exactly what you said. 2 Capcans already hacked, and I would love to see. Well, I don't want to say it, but it would be quite funny to see one of these defenders walk into these Capcans.
Me too. It's one of my favorite parts of the game. The
I don't want to
reverse
be on the
Capcan.
downfall, but
and right now it is Capcan the one who has the possibility here of it. He's the one playing upstairs. The rest of these defenders bunkered back downstairs at this point. He's holding onto the shower hallway, trying to see, is one of these attackers going to come his way for a potential flank.
look at
Ooh, there we go.
Toshido. Just great plays right now. And that's a huge kill. That's their 12-6 player.
Ooh, are we having a bit of a issue with whiskey?
Yes, apparently that is. We're having an internet moment on my side, on the production side. So we're gonna have to try and fix that real quick.
Okay, so well, we're gonna walk through it with yep, take us through it. It's a it's a 3v5 now, minute and 28 left on the board.
Yeah, I mean, being in a great position, he got that great kill onto the buck. I think he was on the hatch. I don't even think he got the hatch open, so that's a little unfortunate. But I mean, the time here, I mean, it's just clocking down. Eventually, well, I like to say, it turns into a 6v3 here because the time starts to turn into your own enemy.
Yep, that's true. Yep, it's gonna be extra to find the kill onto Trishito, taking us into a 4v2. Oh my lord! Look, they're gonna pull this back stealth. They're gonna bring this back into contention and take it to OT.
I think we're about to see it, but no, this is exactly what you don't want to do though. You want to hold your position. Oh no, the Capcan! The Capcan! We said it before and it happened. He got down by his own Capcan.
No, that hurts.
Oh, and all of a sudden, this is very winnable. But this is big right here. Here it comes. One, but oh, a nice shot. But oh no, 1v1 situation. Hey, Exer, he almost got the one last time, but now it's just a 1v1. Between the guy he 1v1 last time, see if he can get his redemption. Smoke on a grid angle, so he can play it perfectly. But no, he's gonna swing. He has a shotgun. In the case, but
He got it.
Oh, a great shot through the wall onto Exer, and I mean, is that 2-0 now? A 2-0 versus Exer. Look at him. He's feeling good, and we're going OT.
Man, OT on map number 1.
Yep, I love OT.
Well, and apologize to the viewers there. I had a momentary internet outage at production's location, so should be back. Cross our fingers that we can hold on for the rest of the evening.
Army 5 Esports with the goated comment. Why does this nasal Ritz commercial have hero music in the background? It's just a water syringe. Hey, everything's heroic when we're playing Siege.
Oh, wow. I mean, okay, well, a glitter again. You did say earlier that maybe they just throw this map away, don't get the mentals down, but all of a sudden, we've got OT, and I love OT. I think this is when it really matters. You've got players that like crazy. You're 2-8. You know what? Your mentals might be down. I've been in the same situation. But right now is when it really matters. You're in the OT. What, 2 rounds is all you got to win now. An attacking and a defender round. So crazy. If you want to prove yourself, you do it right now.
Ooh, and Legion, the one to do it. I like this defensive setup. It's really geared towards slowing down the attacking team. We've got the Kapkan back on the board. No Brava to be had, as we're going to see the Monty instead now.
Oh, the Exige Monty. We know he loves it. We saw it a few times in Element 2.
Kapkan's upstairs.
Yeah, I mean, no Brava, so hopefully he doesn't get downed by his own Kapkan this time.
Well, not going to be the case, as there's no Bravo on the board.
Yep. I mean, you never know with Siege, but hey.
Well, that's true.
I
have been close to a Kapkan when it went off to an enemy and died to it. That is the truth.
That could happen. There's a Monty on the board, so he could take little to no damage and kill an enemy with that.
Just pushing straight in. They're going to get active right away. Yep, pushing up onto... Oh! Now what are they going to do here? If they can get that smoke down, they might potentially be able to still close that rotate up, which we've seen before. It's dicey, it's tough, but it could happen. Body bounce tipped in favor of Mr. Payne Esports, but they're not going to. It's going to be fall back and try to take this from the long distance here.
Yep. Well, they're taking a lot of space here. They're already in pillar 2 of them. I mean, this space right now with all this time looks really good for this attacking team.
Holding this tight angle from the freezer in, and Bean grabs Swing. No way he gets that kill. Just two having the battle of bullets back and forth. Swing gonna lose. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean, that is a huge kill now. The momentum kind of swings back and forth, but I think they can start to get this punt down. There is one C4 still up in the smoke, but with a minute 30, they can burn out all these utilities, like C4 and the smoke. I mean, if you go in for the plant, fake it.
Where's the C4 at? All the way in freezer, so you don't even have to worry about.
And there it is.
Monty planting it. He tries to get it over, but he's not close enough.
Brady throw.
Like you called it. Yeah, this is, he did not have the distance. That's unfortunate.
Oh, he hits the shot, but it's
Toaster! Let's go.
Shido, no zombies left to really... Oh, but he gets it down. I mean, this is very winnable. The other enemy is outside blue. And I think he can try to stick this diffuser here. Oh, no.
Oh.
Yeah, they have to swing. I mean...
Was that a triple or a quad from Toaster to finish that one off?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you know, Toaster, I don't think he was doing the best, but this is when it matters, you know? This is when all the eggs are in the one basket. And, I mean, they get it. Toaster going huge, doing it when it really matters.
So, overtime match point. If you're familiar with the channel and watched any Siege here, you know what that sound means. It's a tough spot to find yourself in. Got to be perfect for one to tie it back up and have a shot at winning. Map number 1 here. Let's see. We're taking it down to the Bunker Wars to basically run it right back on the other side of the board. I love the Azami call here. Have you seen the one way that can be created on the goes into Bunker? I think it's a solid hold for anybody trying to push in and help support that mirror. Goyo on the area denial really could force. It's going to stop that potential early entry. You know, where you see the blitz, where you see the Fico and the Lion in through Bunker. So it's going to maybe force them to do a little bit more traditional means for a take.
Well, I mean, you see a lot of this, and I do like this utility burn. I mean, look at this. We've got the Aruni gates, we've got the the Azami, and the Goyo. So, I mean, they're going to sit here trying to burn this utility, and the time is going to tick.
All right. Well, here we go. Time to get started. Overtime the match point, folks.
There we go. We finally see the good mirror.
Yeah, that was the big question. Where the heck is that thing gonna go? I do like the Flores call, pretty standard to get rid of all of that extension util. Can take out a couple of pieces of that all at one time, potentially, if we can get it into the right spot. And no mute on the board to stop the Goyo that you almost for sure know is coming.
I thought we were going to see Swing upstairs, swing that main door, but no, he just takes a shot real quick and then bunkers back down. But I think Twitch did lose at least one of her drones there, potentially early.
She may have just lost both of hers. I don't know where that last one is at, but... Oh, but look at this. They're taking fast, and they're going. They're moving. I like this. Don't get too risky because this is your main guy, Bushido, on 11 and 10.
Yeah, top frag getting active and getting down into it. They saw the drone come in and took a couple of pre-fires even towards it, so big round could be huge. Minute and 47 still left on the board here, as the defense just has to stall it out. There's Goyo taking off the board. Is Bean going to find one? Ooh, it's going to get traded!
Xer holding that angle. The Twitch drone must have done its job. Got that mirror open, but that's all they needed. They got it open, and unfortunately could not capitalize on it. And great shot from Xer, taking the top frag off the board for this Army of 5 Storm team.
Starting to lose for a full minute. I mean, we know that's a lot of time in Siege, but I mean, yeah, there it is. Siege finds one onto Abazir. Oh, but Bean goes down too. Ooh, look at the finish. No, they can't. Oh, Eggs are gonna find a beautiful kill, and he's gonna go try to finish. But this is a huge kill. He needs to swing here. He needs to get a new frag.
No!
Oh, look at that. Eggs are gonna clean it up and take us to our next map. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
8-6. What a round there for Mr. Pang Esports Worldwide. They find their first, and Xer having an incredible round there at the end to finish that one off. Nice job. 12-8-3.
Yeah, it looks like a couple of members into that double-digit kill club 3 being on the side of Mr. Pangs. Man, that was actually a really great game for Oregon. You know, you hear me talk about it being Oregon and Snorrigan all the time, but when it's a back and forth battle with a couple of off picks, a couple of off sites, well, Oregon starts to become a little bit fun again. Okay, folks, well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to send it over. I told you we had some really fun stuff coming up for you. And one of those is going to be our resident European analyst, Naj, who's going to break down a little bit of what we've got going on here in round number 1. His job is to bully. Let's see what he's got. Naj, welcome to the desk, my friend.
I am Naj, the bully European. Hello, it's lovely to be here.
Remember, don't forget to unmute yourself.
There he is. To be here. Sorry, it's great. It's great to be here on the cast. I'm genuinely really enjoying myself watching you guys, and I just think it's phenomenal. I took a lot of notes. I ended up with 3 pages of just notes on either team. That's per team, by the way. So I've got 6 pages total of notes that I've just gone through, and I mean, one of the main things I really want to focus on is the opening frags. It was completely inverted to the scoreline. It was 8-6 in favor of A5.
So it was that pattern not really being observed here, is where the opening pick usually comes out with a round win.
Yeah, pretty much. I think we had 2 rounds that both went to A5 that were wins off of actual picks.
Jeez.
Every single other one, I'm pretty sure, went the opposite way, which is crazy. It's a lot of unfortunate situations. But something I also wanted to touch on is for for 4 of the rounds that A5 lost, I have down overextending, like a lot of overswinging, unable to adapt to power positions. It's like there was a lot of, especially on the attack. I'll cover the first half in a minute. But on the second half, especially on the attack for the side of Mr. Pang, they were playing this very like European slow drive style up until the very last round, where they started taking like really quick map control, stuff like that. And it was that slow drive style that the side of A5 just wasn't able to deal with very well. They would get forced out of these power positions and just get absolutely isolated and sort of mullered in these engagements, because they weren't able to actually secure any semblance of control onto where they were trying to get the plan, or where the player was actually sort of hovering around. So,
yeah, it was definitely a valiant attempt by A5. I mean, we took it to OT, right? I mean, you can't beat that for a match number 1. What's win conditions going forward here, Naj? What do you think A5's got to bring to the table to potentially take map number 2 here and force us into at least a 4th?
I'd say put Exa in more clutches. There you go. That's a bit of a rude statement, but Exa went 2-0. Oh no, 0-2 on clutches in that match. So that was a little unfortunate because it was just always him ending up in them. So I'd like to see a bit less of the trade game, a bit more of like that adaptability, being able to sort of withstand the control that's being taken from them, because it's like at the moment we're seeing, like, for example, on the basement hold where they brought the Monty along, the Monty had a bit of an off plan, which was nice from the side of Mr. Pang. So I'm really proud of that. I'm very happy with the way they decided to play that on the attack. But on the defense, we saw one of the players fall back into freezer, one of the players fall back into laundry, and then neither player's got angles on the other person because you've got a player in blue and a player over on pillar just on the cover. So it's like you need to be able to sort of try and control those positions a little more. If you maybe had a player just kind of stand around in highway, play that highway corner a little stronger, and instead of having that player over in laundry, maybe play him on the rotate, and then you can start trying to force the engagements. The Monty can't get the plant in that specific location because you've got an angle on him from the rotate, and the player on pillar is able to be peaked by the man that's still standing inside of highway. And you can take that sort of double swing approach if you want to try and get some gunmanship through the soft wall from the rotate itself, in order to sort of try and distract. But it's that sort of team play and adaptability that wasn't really there for the side of A5 in a lot of the situations.
Yep. Okay, well, cool. We're going to get into map number 2. Thank you so much, Naj. Sit back, relax, folks, drink up to the tippy top, because when we come back, we're going to see the second map. Ayo.
Let's go.
What's up, and welcome back, fellow Siege spectators and players. And if you're just joining us, well, hey, welcome to the stream. Just doing a little best of 5 here. It's the GNL, baby, and it's a best of 5. Already one has taken place, goes in favor of Mr. Pang Esports over Army of 5 Storm. I am still the Reverend Whiskey Glitter, and with me still, as always, my partner and co-host, Mr. Whiskey Run. Say hello, Whiskey.
Welcome back, everyone. Like he said, the GNL Grand Final, our 6th of the weekend here, finishing out on a Monday night. And to finish out a Grand Final in the league that we got our start casting in has been fantastic to be a part of it. And a couple great teams. We talked about Mr. Pang Esports Worldwide, the former Xenon Gaming Series Season 1 and Season 2 champs, taking on this Army of 5 Storm, a new addition to the Army of 5 stable, but an incredibly good team, undefeated in the GNL season so far up to this game. So both great teams, and it's been a good match so far. We've seen Oregon go down 8-6, already overtime on the first map, as we head, my friend, to Chalet.
Hey-oh, let's freaking go. Chalet, one of my favorite maps. And speaking about favorite things, we're going to bring in some more fun here. We have a resident GNL expert and caster as well, as we're going to switch it up here. Spy62, what's happening? Welcome to the stream. Are you ready for map number 2?
I'm very ready. I love Chalet. I think it's probably the second best current map in the pool for comp. So I'm very excited for this game. Both really strong teams. We saw in Oregon them go back and forth the entire map basically. So I'm hoping for another OT, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I could agree with the very same thing on hoping for some OT, hoping it's all the magic. Ooh, and a bit of a had to make a quick switch, it looks like. Okay.
Yeah. That was a merge. We're going to see an E-sub here come in for one of the Army of 5 Storm players. And yeah, like you said, Chalet is absolutely my favorite map in the competitive map pool. Actually, potentially the game of Siege. So pretty happy that we're getting to see it here tonight. Coming into map 2. Now, after that, we're going to go to Sky for sure. We're going to see at least 3.
Yeah, hoping for that 4th one. Well, what do you think, Spy? Out of what you watched on map number 1, do you think we're going to see any specific target bans coming out?
I mean, I'm expecting, not for a target ban, but I'm really expecting the Flores to be banned on attack, because Flores is really strong for Chalet, especially for clearing the bar defense, because you can clear both shields pretty quickly. And maybe an Azami ban, because Azami was used by both teams very strongly last map.
Mm-hmm. I think those are
Then the
probably
two bans
make a case for both. Go ahead.
I was going to say, yeah, they're the two bans I can really see at the moment, because, yeah, Azami was really strong, especially on this map as well, and Flores is just one of the top operators, especially in Chalet.
Yeah, so
maybe a Tuberu.
Oh yeah. Do you think the Flores is so powerful for the one spot, the top of library, or is there more instances of his use? Jackal ban. That you think happened on Chalet?
Maybe Master as well. I think it's mainly the top floor where you're holding the top floor, so around Master, Kitchen, and Bar. It's not really downstairs, but I don't think we'll see upstairs much. So I think the 3 slots we'll be seeing will be Bar, Kitchen, and Basement. So when they're trying to clear out the top floor players, I think maybe not. No, we're seeing a Ying instead.
Interesting call, the Ying and Jackal. Well, the Ying I can understand, right? Nobody wants to deal with those Candelas. They're exceptionally huge, especially for that push. But the Jackal instead of the Flores, now that is a bit of a...
We did see Mr. Pang use Jackal, though, so maybe that's a bit of a target ban from the A5 Storm side. And I know you talked about it. The interesting thing is we didn't see both Solus and Tubero were on the board in Oregon, and I don't think that either of them got played at all. Is it a ban here on Chalet?
Good question. Let's get to it. Let's see it. Show me the last one. I need to know. Azami, you called it, Spy.
Yeah, she's just so strong. With Azami, you don't even have to bring deployable shields for the top floor holds. You just can bring that Azami and you're golden.
Yeah. Well, yeah, especially holding, the Mira backed up with an Azami on the top mez. Absolutely goated setup. Not going to be the case here. We are going to see early round Kapkan again. But look, you said we hadn't seen Solus all game. Well, this is a map where she's going to be utilized, and this is a good map for it, right? That gadget of hers can see just all kinds of crazy distance. I think on a map like Chalet, makes the run out quite prevalent and really exciting.
Yeah, just surprising to see her and not played on Oregon. I think that was the most surprising thing about Solus so far, was that we didn't see her played at all from from either team.
Okay,
No
so
Wardenile being brought out, interestingly enough.
say that again. What did you say?
No Wardenile being brought out, so they do have they can breach instantly for free.
Well, you know what's crazy is we saw Army of 5 bringing a similar strat on the attack side of it, where they weren't bringing any wall breach either. So it could be that they're testing out a new couple of strats, trying to really live. Ooh.
Crazy with the spawn peak.
Okay, bringing out the heat to start to say, all right, do not take us, for granted here from the attacking side. You guys absolutely, we are an undefeated GNL team. You may have some players from E2 playing on your squad, but we are here to fight. I like that aggressiveness on their side, but it's quickly answered, taking Trishito, the top frag from Oregon, back out, pinging out those cap cans, and there's the Bravadrone coming in, ready and hacking.
Oh man, wonder if we're gonna see another huge round where that was kind of a decider, kind of a difference maker. God, I didn't even see where the actual site was. Okay, well there you go. It is 2F where we're gonna start us out. Interesting. I know we've been seeing a lot of tertiary site play. Well, I guess it's not tertiary anymore. We've been seeing a lot of first floor site play. Interesting to see us taking 2F to start it out.
That's right. We're not calling the first floor sites tertiary here on the Siege Double Shot anymore. Those are the primary sites, my friend. And it feels like this is the secondary. This 2F is the secondary. That basement's the one that hardly ever gets played recently.
So we tied it up 4-4. Last minute and 27 going to ring off the board. It is going to be Smoke getting taken off next, giving body bounce back in favor of Mr. Pangs.
Boat being picked off early is very poor from the defending side, because now they've got nothing obviously to burn out the time with.
Yeah, that area denial just absolutely gone. Of course, if they do use those smokes, still got a little bit of that Warden action, which could be beneficial late round. But you're right, nothing to stop that late round ping, or execute what you know is coming.
I was gonna say, did Warden know that he was standing on top of like open floor from below? I'm wondering whether Hectic was continuing. He is continuing to hold that. No, he's gonna hop off as we see Crazy, the last one left, and the long angle from Big Window. He ran across it there, was playing in that danger spot right there between Hectic holding the floor from below and Toaster holding from the window. He was in a major pinch.
Very strong attack coming out from Mr. Pang Esports. Really only one pick lost, and that was from the spawn peak.
Oof.
And I don't think we're going to see them approach with the same carefree attitude, right? Running in, it was a good call there from the defending team to put a little bit of pressure on them and try and slow down the pace of the game, right? On the defense, trying to control the pace. That's what they want to see. Play their game the way they want to and not have this attacking team be extremely aggressive. I didn't see the cap cans do any damage here, but not a lot of roam game there from the defense either. They were able to try and hold upstairs, and it didn't work eventually. So, like you said, attackers taking that first one.
A bit of a nod towards tradition here. We're not going to see a first floor site at all in the first two. Interesting take. Now we are going to see a bit of that split on the back breach, which is still some of that contemporary Siege style, trying to stop them from the long angle. But yeah, I mean 2F and then basement to start us out. I wonder if they're not exactly comfortable with some first floor site play.
That would be surprising considering it is essentially the meta at this point, but like we said, Well, besides being, like we talked about, an OG here for the Army of Five squad, playing on that red team for a long time, maybe as the senior member of the team, feeling like that's you know, a comfort pick as not part of the new meta switch, right? He was, I think, sort of retired at one point, so maybe that's what we're seeing.
That's true. A little bit of that old world, a little nod towards nostalgia. What do you think there, Mr. Spy?
Maybe it could be. Maybe it's the fact that that player does not feel comfortable on the site. It could also be the fact that maybe without the Azami, I know they banned them, but without the Azami, maybe they don't feel comfortable pushing those sites.
I didn't even think about the Azami ban being a factor on where we were going. You're right. I think you might be right, my friend. Okay, well, we find ourselves with the first minute started to tick by as the attackers are searching out where the heck these defenders at. No real. We are seeing a bit
I
of that
love this
double
angle that Xer is holding, prone on the stairs outside, getting a shot in through that main fireplace lobby area.
Yeah, Whiskey, write that down. Ooh, Trishito to fall for the first kill on the side of the defense. That's going to give Body Bounce heavily in favor of Mr. Payne Esports here.
The double from Swing. Oh, no, a TK coming out. Hectic trying to get the shot long into sight. That's unfortunate because Swing 5-1 was ready to push in that sight and get a few more kills. Playing the entry, gonna lose his life to the TK. That's unfortunate.
That was a nice shot, though.
Yeah.
Hectic, great shot.
Yep, that's true. At least it was a really good shot. All right, 40 seconds left on the board in Rooney Falls. Spy, why don't you take us out on this one?
I can't see how the defense can bring this back. They need to get more aggressive and take the 1v1 gunfights. If they let... Yeah, there you go. I was going to say, if they let the Thermite get in, or the Capitan get in and go for the plant, then it's practically game over, and there you go.
Yep, easy peasy. Hectic to clean that one up. And it's looking like a little bit more of a locked-in performance here by the attacking team. That was a pretty dominant round.
I'm surprised they didn't bring the Tubaru.
True.
But on the back of a great round from Hectic, including the TKs, just trying to up his KD like crazy. I think that was a 3K from him that round to finish it out. And we did end with Salejo as the last defender alive, and he's the E-sub that came in from Army of Five Storm here, so it was unfortunate that they had to make the swap here late round because of the emergency. So he's coming in fresh. That disrupts both the whole Army of Five Storm, and hopefully he was at least warm coming into this, but trying to clutch up a 1v4 against this very good team, I think was just a little bit too much for him to take.
Very much, especially since they had so much cover on the plant. There was no way he could swing without having a gun on him to shoot at him.
True. Oh, okay. Excelente, my friends. Oh, is it paused?
No, I think we're having... Hectic was the one that had some internet issues and potentially continuing to have some issues, so... We had to rehost initially because of him, so maybe that might be coming up here. We'll see.
Oh, SSD question mark?
Maybe. I was gonna say his internet's being a bit hectic.
Ha! Hey, yo!
Coming in clutch. I mean, it could be the Siege servers, you know, but we were seeing a bit of a ping problem. In this case, we are going to get this one off. So, round 3, Mr. Payne Esports up 2-0. We're back upstairs. It's Army of 5 team taking it to the 2F in Chalet.
Hey, yo. And a pretty good defense here, although Oric's not generally the operator we see here. What's your take on that, Spy?
I don't really like the Oryx pick, just because if you're playing it for the gun, play Legion.
Yep.
His ability's not that good in the current meta. He's got a secondary shotgun, which so does Legion. I can't see any reason why Oryx should ever really be taken anymore.
Yeah, and you know what? It's a hot take, but I support it. If you're gonna play the Oryx, play the Legion.
Well, and we saw that not just on this map, but we also saw PZ here playing him on Oregon as well. So again, I think that is potentially a bit of a comfort pick, that maybe the operator that he feels more comfortable with than Legion. But agreed, not sure why you would make that pick, just that he's the one that's been doing it.
Back up to 2F as they're going to run it back. Up top, try to second verse, same as the first, lock it in. We got the little bit of slowdown here. Warden going to be on the board to suss out any of that. Look at Trishito. He knows he's going to have some early aggression down below. Oh, what? I can't believe that wasn't a kill. That was crazy. There's a kill. Going to find one, but might get caught up on the refrag here if they don't know that he's coming in from the backside, that west main. And Soul and Toaster looking to try to come up on the refrag here.
That's right, Xer not going to want to push in, and there's the Oryx down. Going to see Hectic grab another as well. Okay, talked about Salejo, able to find one.
Now to a 3v3 scenario. Going to be on the window. Oh my lord, bold is brass. Crazy is crazy, man. Sitting right out in the middle and takes the shot. Almost comes up for it, taking Exige off the board, but to be the case is no damage actually gets done to Exige.
This is the same spot. Warden playing very close to where he was before, taking shots on this main window, and the flash coming out, but it's Warden playing it. Does he know?
I think they got him on drone. That could be pretty tough there. So a couple of shots ring through. Crazy starting to get really active here, and he does find one in this 1v3 now for Soul and Toaster.
Well, and we saw Exige fall off the window there from Bean. That's a huge K, and all up to Toaster. He's gonna grab 1, 2. No way.
What a shot from Toaster. Can he do it? It's only Bean left to contest him.
Oh, here it is. The 1v1, the showdown. It's going to be putting themselves into a potential post-plant scenario. Not today, as Bean says. Get behind me, Satan. Punches a hole in the wall and takes him out on the plant.
Wow, what a shot there. A great use of utility, great timing. You hear that plant going down and bringing out a Rooney, punching through the wall, making her own space. That was fantastic.
Agreed.
Yeah, how Mr. Pang are attacking, they love to pressure from multiple angles at the moment. But what A5 did that round was they got in their face more. They didn't allow them to take the ground for free, and they just took the gunfights quicker than they normally did.
So round rotate going to be over, and it's going to see us a new site. So we are going to hit that bar gaming area. No Mira to be brought out here. So definitely not necessarily playing into the norms as far as what the meta is per site. But I mean, they're 2-1. They're staying competitive with it. So I mean, it's working.
The interesting pick for me is Castle. I was gonna say maybe just gonna Castle the display window and stop them from easily taking the ground and getting the cutoffs. And no, there's only one shield on the board, so it's got to be the blue shield that's going up and not the Mez.
Interesting. Yeah, the castle is a bit of an off pick here, but I can't say that I'm mad about it. I'd have to see where the rest of the castles are going to. It'll definitely set the pace, right? We'll definitely see some pace and tone-setting games here.
This is pretty late. Did you see that late castle on Mez? I mean, that was Trishito. Wow, that was a little dangerous, my friend.
Confidence. I love the confidence from Trishito. Just be like, no, I'm still staying up. I don't care. If there's a gun 6 on the other side, though, he's most likely dead.
Agreed.
The weird part I've seen, I saw one was on K9, one was on display, and I think one was probably on games window, I'd guess. But the weird part is the fact that Frost hasn't put their shield down.
That is a bit of a strange one. Oh, and it's going to be Exige to get the kill. Or to find himself. Oh my lord. Solar Toaster to find well as well.
Complete vertical control here. They've got Mez and Library completely. This This seems like a huge miss for the defense.
There's still 2 minutes left on the board. They still have so much time to work with this.
It's a... Ooh, jeez. And get Scott's running and get put sleeping. Now all onto the shoulders of Trishito, who's going to fall. And that's a flawless round. Mr. Pang's Esports starting to look a little dominant here. But on a couple of off picks, you know, couple of missteps here by the defense. To why we're sitting at that 3-1.
That's right, and not necessarily all on the fact that that they're not playing well. Just right now, Mr. Pang is playing very well. They're playing coordinated and aggressive. Right, we saw the Ram combined with I forget who was playing, throwing the flashes in, maybe Nomad, as they open up that Mez window, open up the castle quick. Gain all of that control, use the Ram to open up more vertical. They had a great setup there to hold that, and if the defense had any library hold, might have slowed them down some, but they just had a ton of control very, very quickly.
Didn't decide that they liked the 1F side, so they're going to take it back down and go for a couple more off picks. We're going to see the Oryx back on the board. Intel in the hands of the Yokais from Echo. But there you go, Legion, Trishito bringing out the Legion.
But still, the Oryx is still there, so...
Yeah. I know.
You got the Echo drone stashed in one of the wine cabinets, one of the wine shelf there. That was wild.
I think that's something you need to write down.
Yep. Yeah. That sounds like that could go into the rank book. That's a great place for a cam.
That was fantastic.
You see him do it, but it's not always as easy as just throwing it up there. Well, maybe it is for Spy. Spy's a gunner.
They're not going to go. They are going to get this and then open up main breach immediately. So they've got control of Cam here from the defense, from the Brava, and they've got the main breach open so quickly. And a kill to go with it. Exer. Wow, what a shot.
Jeez, no kidding. This is going to be swing to find the first kill. The Orcs to go down as well, taking this into a 4v4. Still got, like you said, 2 minutes left on the board.
The Oryx really contributed so much to the team's defense.
Legion, the next to fall is Hectic going to find himself one, and just, yeah, the attacking team looking really good here. Taking a bunch of real estate, able to find the necessary kills. They've got the body bounce. It's going to be a quick, maybe find one more kill and then push in and go for the execute.
Well, and it's too much pressure here. Echo has not had an opportunity to use his gadget at all, to be able to find some of these, a little bit of pressure on the attacking team, because he's just been busy trying to get some kills across the board or trying to not die himself, so he just hasn't been able to use those gadgets. I think they're not being used to that effect.
Oh, man. Oh, tough. Now we find ourselves into a 1v1. It's Brava versus Crazy. Now, Crazy does have a very low health scenario here, but if they know where he is, could spell disaster. If they do not, this could be huge. Just need one more to find their quota.
I don't think I've ever seen an Echo shotgun have such a good influence on a roam game.
Ever since the shotgun buff, love the Echo shotgun. That Supernova is amazing.
Man,
although I would agree, rare that it comes out on competitive Siege.
And on a roam.
Damn, a bit of a missed opportunity there as he gave away his location. A couple of pre-fires come out, and that's going to be easy peasy as Exceed is going to wrap that one up. He was low health, and that contributed there as the shoulder shot. Oh, was that his head? Did he go into the
yeah.
Oh, my lord.
It was good, and good trigger discipline there from Exceed, right? Not unloading the whole clip, just taking a couple quick shots and then avoiding the impact. A little bit of luck there on his side, but just a better discipline as he rotates around and swings. So 4-1, the attacking team. Need to see Army of 5 take this. Going down 5-1 on your defensive half on Chalet is going to be a tough road to climb back.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. It's the difference of one round here. They need to find one on this half, and this is the last half of the first, or the last round of the first half of map number 2. Why is that such a tongue twister?
Well, it is. I mean, it's a setup here, man. We're in a best of 5. We've seen Oregon down at Chalet. Next, it is time in the next map, Skyscraper. And I think we used to say that Skyscraper was not an Army of 5 map, but that's the red squad, so not sure how Storm is going to do here. From what we've seen from this Mr. Pang esports team, though, very aggressive. They're going to be starting themselves off on defense, which I think is going to be a tough position for Army of 5 to be in. We know that is notoriously a very defensive-sided map, difficult for the attackers.
That's the truth. We talked about it being tough to get in. A really good team on defense. That's going to triple the difficulty there. Okay, here we go. 4-1. Army of 5 need to get one round to put themselves on that standard split here for the op swap. See them getting active and taking a ton of real estate in the garage already.
Yeah, right now, Army of 5 are just letting them have this space for free. They're not contesting it as much as they did on their only defensive win, which could be a problem if they just let them take all this space. Mr. Pan can use it so well.
Yeah, a lot of things that you can do if you've got some real estate to be worked with. Oh, missed step there is Bean not going to get the shot.
We're gonna see an engagement in the basement, thought potentially, but no, Trishito hunting down in the basement, not gonna find one.
Body bounce tipped in favor of Mr. Pang here early on. Minute and 50 still left in the round. Ooh.
Oh, that was unfortunate. Unfortunate timing.
Yep, just like that. Ooh, was that the Thorn gadget to down the gridlock, and another falls to Crazy as he's starting to get himself active. They're going to be able to pick this gridlock up, however. So it takes us into a true 3v3. A little bit of the health advantage in the favor of A5 here.
That was throwing a Legion on top of the case.
As she threw the gridlock, the form went off, so she couldn't do anything.
Rough. And that's the next to fall, as you talked about it. The new player to the team this evening, finding that kill takes us into a 3v2. Legion still being active outside of the site, pulling another one out. Oh, I love the Legions.
I mean, yeah, Xsiege now down to 30 HP as a result of a little bit of gunfire and a double Legion there. Legion pretty low as well, so the attackers, though, time waits for no man. There is 36 seconds left. They're going to have to find a way to push in, get one.
Ooh. Finds it down to a 2v1 the swing, and that's going to be the sledge getting taken off the board. Xsiege gone, and some body shots riddle through.
Yeah, thinking that Legion was going to be playing close to the door and not swinging out wide near the desk. A great play there by A5 Storm. Find that win. So now we go into another 4-2 half. Great job there by A5 Storm to at least hold on to that second win so that way they're not going 5-1. In general, I'd say great half for them.
I'd say so too. Well, but you know, it's going to see what's happening on the defense. Does A5 have that same special attack attack mode? Is Mr. Payne going to be incredibly aggressive? We are going to see the first floor side as the first map here, Bar Gaming, to come up, and a little bit more of a traditional setup. What you think, Spy?
I really love the Fenrir. The amount of information that's going to give is really going to help them, and especially since as soon as they get hit by that FNAT, they can't see. If they try and take a gunfight after being hit by one, most likely they're going to lose it. And obviously the mirror is very default, but it's something we didn't see out of A5 Storm.
Yeah, no kidding. So I like the Fenrir here as well, and you know that this defense is going to be based around that sound call. So as soon as those go off, you said as soon as they go off, you're not going to be able to take a gunfight, and that is absolutely true. And they're going to be ready for it. Is the problem?
Swing going for the shots outside of the mez window. Not going to catch anybody. But again, putting a little bit of pressure on the attacking team as they approach the building.
I also shoot those 2 planners that Exer just shot, so I'm kind of pro-like, I think, in the way that I play now.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Straight legend.
I heard G2 need a new player. I heard they're picking you up.
I think it could be. I don't want to talk about anything yet, but it could be.
Oh yeah.
No Jaeger on the board, so those grenades come out. Wamai is able to grab one, but there's not enough there to protect the shield top blue. So swing left all by himself there at the top with no shield. All of that utility coming out early. The frost mat's still there just in case they weren't ready for it. And thinking maybe that some of that other utility had been taken down by those grenades. That might catch one late round.
Potentially, there's the trade as Exige going to find one and then get himself found out, puts us into a 4v3. Army of 5 here taking a bunch of real estate up top, but with a minute 38, they haven't even pushed the area. They haven't even contested top library stars here outside of getting the deployable down.
There's the bees coming out. Did they get it? Yes. I knew exactly where Frost was playing there. Taking down top. So now, like you said, if they needed to get some real estate, and they just have, and it is all up to Hectic. Not going to, I mean, he was seconds away from a flawless round, but Hectic going to grab one. Gave away his position, though, and Bean finds that final one.
Yeah, man,
the trade game was amazing for Army of 5. Every time one was nearly dropping or about to, they always had someone else with them to instantly get the trade back.
I think the buddy system, you're right, was absolutely exceptional. I was just about to say that same thing, is that they didn't push randomly. They pushed together as a unit, and that, of course, amounted to just more kills. You have the crossfires set up. You have multiple angles that you're attacking, dislodge those players from their position and catch them on the rotate. That was a really good-looking round for A5.
How are you feeling about what they've been able to play versus what Naj was calling them out for? I know he had some thoughts there for the A5 team. You seeing the adaptations come in here on Chalet?
Well, we're seeing a bunch of the same stuff that we were seeing before. The off picks, maybe not necessarily bringing operators that we would necessarily bring ourselves, but I mean, it's working. They're one away from tying the score line up. I ain't mad at it, that's for sure.
A5 seem to be really off team. They like to be playing all these off operators, off pushes, whereas at the moment, Mr. Pang, they seem to be playing a lot of defaults.
Yeah. I guess that's true. Some of the stuff that we've been expecting is fairly default. We see it every single time we play. Now, the Mira up top is super fun.
Especially not on the reinforced wall, right? Playing the half wall, playing the crouch on that breakable surface.
1 second, Whiskey.
Instead of playing that normal, you'd see it in the reinforced wall. Yeah, on that soft wall. So she's on the cams though, trying to find one of these attackers as they push in. Gonna see Exige be a little bit aggressive too, opening up some of these sight lines down. A lot of these resources, both people and utility, committed here to the 2F to try and hold on to this first floor site.
What I like from Mr. Pang is the fact that they lost a site and they didn't go there again. They instantly changed it up. Unlike when Army of 5 was around, they tried it a second time, but Mr. Pang's like, nope, we lost it. Let's try somewhere else.
Good adaptation there from the team for sure. And they want to continue to push this, right? We talked about, I think this is definitely in Mr. Pang's hands, though, as they head into defense on Skyscraper next. So A5 Storm here has got to find a way to win this map. I feel like that is a very important next step here for their hopes at taking the GNL Grand Final.
That is, but Mr. Pang are able to get the first pick, and currently, every time they've got the first pick, it's a 75% chance that they win the round.
That's a huge stat for tonight.
What a flick! No, it was Runaway Bean actually to get him, not PZ.
And I love that he did it with the SMG-12. I love that weapon, and the operators and the players that are able to use it successfully, I feel, have got a real advantage in the game. Plus, it's just a heck of a lot of fun. Combined with the DMR on Dokkaebi, there's a big reason why she's banned out consistently. But it is a 2v3. Now, A5 Storm have got their work cut out for them as we enter the last 35 seconds of this round.
No ground taken. Neither breach is open. It's going to be very hard. The fact is, they didn't even take a hard breach. I don't think about it. No thermite, no ace. Again, the same mistakes they were making in the last game.
Yeah, and if they pop some of these Goyo canisters, we see Toaster sitting ready to pop it, and there it goes, Hectic. So these guys are going to have to get it on kills. We still have got Xsiege playing upstairs. Not going to get one, but with 6 seconds left, I don't think there's any way that PZ and Bean are able to finish this one off.
Yeesh. Just perfectly set up. Counters for counters for counters for counters.
The way they must have been attacking it, they must have had can opens on Grim. But even then, that's just not big enough to open breach. You need the whole breach open so you can contest from further back. With the small hole the can open makes, it's just really poor, especially on an operator like Grim, who was mostly actually played by your entry operator. I think it's just a really poor adaptation from A5 Storm.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with you. There you go. Look it, they heard you. Willotti gonna pull out the ace here. Hopefully we don't see him 6 picked off. Give himself a little bit bigger on something to get through. Let's talk about this defense though. We head back up to 2. It is 1 away from a match point scenario here for Mr. Pang. They brought some Slowdown City. Interesting pick, seeing the castle being utilized while actually being up top.
Yeah,
Usually,
the mirror is also interesting as well. You didn't see mirror much on top floor.
It's true. She's just making it really difficult for this A5 team to get close or around to sight. Isn't picking some operators here that really dictate the flow and funnel you into the places where they want you to be.
X is calling someone a dog. Not very nice.
You know what? If that's the worst all chat that we got going on, this is a heck of a crew. It's one of the things we appreciate, a group of great guys, friends playing together on this Mr. Pang esports team. Not exactly the Wannagoon squad of the E2 fame. Not exactly the team that won XGS 2 years in a row. A little bit of a combination, and a team that so far has been putting up some great numbers.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. First minute ticking away here. No sort of contest we've seen anybody just yet. Trying to catch somebody early. Ooh, takes a shot. Not going to find anything, however. Let's see how this attack team is going to react. They did bring the sledge, but not really many to deal with the potential Mira setup. Maybe they didn't. I'm sure they sussed it out.
Yeah, there's no Ash, right? We would normally see the Ash being played with the mirror to be able to take those windows down or at least crack them, but no, not going to see it. Going to opt for, at least they brought the hard breach, right? We talked about, at least they've got aces out here.
Yep.
Bean just gets 2 picks out of nowhere.
I love it. Good shots too. Push himself into sight and now trying to get himself a third.
I think he's trying to open the castle barricade, yeah.
Yeah. Think you're right. Didn't, unfortunately, wasn't able to get it. This body bounce tipped heavily in favor of A5 here.
Because if that castle barricade is open, that mirror cannot play that mirror at all.
Ooh. Extra to find one. Dome piece shot now takes us into a 4v3. The pre-fire through doesn't amount to anything, however, on top of Solarium. Exer holding a long angle, Soul and Toaster to find Trashido, but it is going to be Wamai that goes down in that exchange. That takes us into a 3v2 as A5 still holds on to the body balance.
Don't know if they know Xsiege is playing here in the bathroom, going to push their way in, waiting for the fire, and they don't know. That's the hard breach down. It's all up to Toaster, Xsiege, and taking on Crazy and Bean.
Crazy insight. on the rotate, trying to see if he can make a play here. Gonna need some sort of individual heroics here out of A5. That is not the direction you wanted it to go.
I'm gonna say, did
oh,
they
wait,
know
that
Crazy
is the
was there?
direction you wanted to go.
Because it didn't look like they knew at all.
Crazy getting the kill in the closet, and then they knew that Exige was playing in the bathroom, obviously playing in the tub from that kill onto the kill onto Ace, holding that position down. So with the cross set up, Dokkaebi was able to walk up, and a double on the SMG-12. Been devastating on that already this game, because we talked about it in the last round.
Yeah. I'm gonna guess he rappelled into sight when all the commotion was going on, because it didn't really ever seem like they knew the Dokkaebi was in sight.
That's it, man. I gotta eat my words a little bit there. I thought that was a Dundada sealed up in the 2v1, but no. Crazy living up to his namesake. Finds a double with the SMG. Hey, oh.
Let's go. Back downstairs to Bar Games at this first floor site. And the last time we saw this defensive team commit a ton of utility upstairs to hold, they're doing a little bit, but it definitely does not appear as much utility that they got upstairs. I was going to say, it looked like they blocked that door off, but Swing is going to open that thing right back up. They've got a little bit upstairs. There's the Mira coming in late to reinforce it, and A5 Storm coming in together here, pushing in the side of the map.
Doing a bit of waterfall here. Looks like a really coordinated attack out of A5. They might just be going for a bit of a site direct here.
That's what I was wondering. It looked like pushing in. Oh, they spread themselves out. Boy, they looked like they were going to go games window all the way.
Definitely love those, but not going to be the case. And something that A5 has been known for in some of their other teams, that quick plant, that quick execute.
It does seem like they're doing something very similar to the last time they attacked this site. The full over from the solar side to make sure there's no roamers on this side of the map.
I thought we were going to see push one down, in the basement. A lot of times you see the Chalet basement push, but not going to find one. They rotated themselves out. They were on the solar rappel, so I was wondering, is there going to be a run out here from him?
Potentially, if he gets that green light, the go call.
No hard breach again, interestingly.
Not necessarily the site you probably needed on as much, Bar Gaming, but
No,
still
it's
interesting
only-
that we're not seeing it.
It's only useful for clearing out stock, really.
Yeah, a little bit on library to take care of that mirror that's holding on. Like to see a Habana or an Ace or something. But gonna find the kill onto Shishido and onto Swing, taking us into a 4-4 now. As Mr. Payne trying to put this on a match point scenario, and A5 trying to even up this score line.
Bean is absolutely going crazy here too. 11-5-4, really stepping up his game versus what we saw on Oregon here. Chalet feeling very good, trying to hold on.
Four v 3 here. Last 44 seconds starting to ring out. It's going to be a bit of an uphill climb here for this attack team. And that's a good way to start it out, as they take Exer off the board, who's sitting in that 6-7 KD area, holding on to the shield with his life. Hectic is just not giving up. Well, okay. Could say not giving up that real estate.
At this point, 20 seconds left, you know.
Yep, absolutely.
Let the attacking team have it, and Vladi grabbing his second kill. That was fantastic to finally get 2 down, but is it going to be enough? Look at all those red pings coming out, all coming out, and it falls immediately and quickly. Hectic finding the last one, but look at all this information this defending team had. Knew exactly where the attackers were. There it is.
Yep,
there it is, my friend. Can't believe it. Match point on map 2, the best of 5. Oregon went to OT. Chalet, I think we hit it at exactly the same spot. 6-4 last time as well. But Mr. Pang up. Now, going to Skyscraper next is map 3. Clubhouse and Consulate, if required, as we finish out this best of 5. But unless A5 Storm can find a way to win this one, we're going to be putting ourselves very close to grand final point.
Jeez. You know what's funny? Even on the 2F sites, we're seeing this castle utilized on both sides of the board. Castle mirror setup. I kind of love it.
I just want to see an Ash come out from A5 because that Ash completely shuts down this whole defense. You take that cast barricade down, and unless there's a Jaeger ADS on the side, but you can still just burn that, and then if you take the cast barricade down, the mirror cannot hold the closet mirror.
Double castle setup, meaning they're going to have to burn quite a bit of utility, or at least time to get to that eventual spot. So, the Solarium push still just a little bit tougher. I don't know. I'm kind of torn with it. It's just because it's not something that we normally see, but I kind of love it.
You're right. I don't think we saw the ADSs come in to hold the closet, but maybe Xsiege rethinking it. No, going to put it there behind him, a little bit closer to that window, and try and grab some of that utility that's put in. But Trishito did come out on the Ash, like you called it, trying to shut this defense down. Going to see whether or not he can stay alive long enough. Was the frag leader on Oregon, but not holding on to that position here, just trying to find his way with 4 kills. Going to have to use this utility to make an impact instead.
Here we go, spotting out the yokai drone. Did they get the castle off the board?
I don't think they did. I think it's still there, and Ash is pushing up solo, so they're not even paying attention to it.
No kidding. Oh, jeez. Oh, my lord. Shots ringing out. Soul and Toaster just trying to put some work in right now. Shots on the piano window. The fire back. Not going to amount to anything here. Now, minute 37 still left on the board, and all 5 members of both teams alive, well, and active. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Did they miss the Ash charge? That's tough.
They missed the Ash charge, and also Bean Deem killed the bug.
Another TK. That's tough.
Oh,
Well, Body Bounce is now tipped in favor of Mr. Pang Esports with the 5-4 whiskey.
That was a terrible way to do it, right? Not getting the utility down, getting the TK to get the first kill off the board. The call coming out, but with all of this defensive utility still in place, you're right. The A5 Storm team going to have a hard time pushing this 2F site.
All right, 50 seconds left. Find ourselves in a 5v3. It's a tough climb here. Jaeger just been holding on, and they're going to find the head of Ash. Now taking us into a versus 2, and one of the members going outside. And you know what's tough about that? It puts that blinker on your screen saying, hey, over here, over here, over here. Hard to see what's in front of you.
Yeah, that's right. I was going to see. That was the Echo running out. I thought he was going to try and get a kill on one of the players that was on rappel, but Dokubi's gonna run right in, not knowing that Jaeger was holding that position close to the wall, and map 2 goes in favor of Mr. Pang Esports worldwide. Wow, 7-4 to end that one. Toaster coming out on top.
Sheesh Louise. Okay, well, there we go. Map 2 done done away with. Are we doing analyst before or after the break?
We can take a quick break and then head back to our analyst before we get into map 3, which is gonna be Sky.
I like it. All right, folks, sit back, relax, because when we come back, it's gonna be some analysts. Gonna give you the who, what, when, where, and why of what just went down. Ayo.
Let's go.
And welcome back, fellow Siege spectators and players. We brought him back. It's the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Naj. Hey, take us through what we just watched.
Well, one of the big things was the fact that we had pretty much 100% round translation on opening frags. We only lost one round on either side when they actually found the opening frags, and it led to an 83.3% for Pang and a 75% for the side of A5.
Sheesh. No kidding. Well, it kind of seemed like a second verse, same as the first. Did we just watch Oregon again?
Maybe so. To be fair, there was still like a very sort of strong lack of adaptation on the side of A5 when it came down to like the especially the attacking side, because they weren't able to really sort of thwart any of the, especially like the top floor hold and things like that, where they had the mirroring closet facing the opposite direction and those sorts of things that you are normally relatively unorthodox weren't able to be countered very well by the side of A5.
Yeah, so here's the big question: is like some of the tactics we're seeing, is this because it's an untested team, or do you think that these are actual tactics that they're bringing out trying to bamboozle the other side of the team, like the lack of hard breach, which we've seen so often?
So by the looks of things, they on the side of A5 don't really seem to have a very deep strat book. It seems to be relatively shallow, but something they very much relied on and tried to focus on is this sort of unorthodox play with very default operators, especially when it comes down to the attack. They've been playing very default operators on the attack, but sort of skimping out on that hard breach and bringing along something else. And I mean, we obviously saw the round where Grim had can openers, and then he ended up dying first. And it's like, well, what are you going to do there? Like, you don't have any backup plan. Grim is supposed to be that backup plan with the can openers if your hard breach dies. So it's like you're kind of stuck in a situation where you're kind of losing out because of your own misjudgment. And then on the opposite side, it's like you see this sort of like, yes, there's a very much lack of interchangeability on the side of the defense, but when they're on attack, they are adapting, they are moving, they're doing multiple sides, that sort of thing. But on the only real difference I saw between the teams is, as I said, like in the last one, is Pang played very like Euro slow drive, force out these power positions, and also have like pressure from multiple sides, multiple angles, set up good crossfires, that sort of thing. It was very like generic basic siege from like a European standpoint, because that's like the play style that we use a lot over here in T1. On the opposite side, you had the side of A5 who seemed to play this very sort of NA like group up style, where you kind of walk around in unison, and normally that revolves around like taking multiple areas of the same side, and that really just wasn't the case. They kind of just filtered through doorways, and they had this very unison sort of like stand together, and yeah, it was just a little unorthodox, but there's not really much else you can say.
Yeah. Well, that's great, because we actually just got word that production says they're in. So it's looking like map number 3 about ready to get started. Whiskey Run. Are we ready for Skyscraper?
I think we are, my friend. It is time.
Full send. Thank you, Naj. We appreciate you, homie. We'll bring him back when we get done with Skyscraper, and hopefully he's going to be talking about how Army of 5 won Skyscraper, because that's what we need to happen here if we want some more Siege.
That's right. We are on map 3 in the best of 5. We saw Mr. Pang Esports Worldwide take down Oregon 8-6 in OT, and then recently on Chalet 7-4 for that second map. We're heading to Sky here for map 3. The fourth, Club and Consulate, although I'm feeling like there's a chance we're not going to get to see it. So like you called it out, A5 Storm, this is a must-win situation for them. They're undefeated in the GNL so far this season, so if they want to continue that streak, they have got to win here on Skyscraper.
So joining us yet again, Mr. Spy 62 himself. We're going to try-cast here this map number 3. What's up? Welcome back, Spy. Are you ready for Skyscraper?
I'm very ready. It's an EU classic map. Not a map that NA normally like to play because, in unbiased views, they're not the best at it. They don't really have the best form on it, but maybe they can. Maybe these two teams can prove us wrong. But Mr. Pang starting on the defense is really gonna hurt Army 5 Storm because it is the most defender-sided map in the game. As I recall, the wanted split on this map is genuinely 5-1 for the attack. For anything more, it's a bonus.
Yeah, incredibly defensive side of. Now, we have, in the past, seen Skyscraper go on an attacker-sided and I know that sounds crazy. I know that sounds wild. But I think it's something that we're actually going to have to see out of A5. The problem is, it's so hard to get inside of this map, Whiskey, that, I don't know, A5 going to have a bit of an uphill climb already being down 2-0. They can do it. This is still an Army of 5 organization. With still Dean on the other side.
With Fenrir and Valkyrie banned, I think those are important pieces of the defensive lineup. They're going to help them get in the building, right? Monty is not banned. That is certainly going to help on the attacking side as well. But the fact that you've got the Fenrir not there, so you can walk in a little bit more confidently and a little less intel from the Valkyrie, those help. Yeah, Azami is going to make it more difficult to play against the defense because they can set up the angles, but at least getting in, getting yourself set up to take some of those shots, having Fenrir and Valk off the board, I think are good ops here.
Agreed. So, we're going to be pretty standard setup here. Team Karaoke to be that first site for the bombs. And defense going to bring out some pretty intense intel, right? We've got the mobile intel of Mozzie on the board. If he takes he's going to start to put out some of those pest drones. And then here's the bit of the off pick, but I love it nonetheless. Hulk's going to be on the board. The run out.
That was two. There was two. We got Xer set up on the door, and he's going to get it. Does take Vladi off the board there from the spawn peak. We impacted the single on house stairs.
And then he goes off and runs off and gets another.
Huh. Oh, there we go. And that's going to be finally the trade back. Soul and Toaster are going to get ripped off the board, but it's going to be... no.
Okay.
Xer to find himself another one, and he is just going to be active on this map, holding it. He wants to ace it. He hears him, too.
That's right. The drone coming out. He's going to get sussed out there. There's the drone. Is he going to swing on the droner?
Definitely a potential here.
100%. He's feeling it right now.
Oh! Not going to be the case, though, as Bushman Jenkins going to find the kill onto Xer, now taking us in, and I'm not sure how this devolved on the other side of it into a 2v2.
No one's on site.
This was an incredible amount of action, like you called it, off-site. Nobody playing on-site to hold it, and Swing just going a little crazy. I'm feeling like we're seeing them be potentially a little bit wild here on purpose, right? Just causing chaos is what it seems like.
Swing just being an NPC on the other side of the board. Okay, well, Diffuser is cold. It's a 2v1. It's all resting on the shoulders of Crazy. And, man, if he's not careful, he's going to get hit by this. Which would be nuts.
Yeah, like, how that came down to a 1v1 baffles me, but it did.
It looked like it almost looked like he had switched a controller at that stage there. Kind of wild.
Having a bit trouble here. 1 second, Whiskey.
Well, it seems like everyone was sort of having a little bit of trouble here as we rolled into the start of this round. Internet, you know, was going crazy for us originally here on the stream. Hopefully all better now. We were seeing a bit of stuttering, but look at this. I think we are definitely seeing this team taking a little bit of a troll approach, right? And trying, I think to just upset the balance and throw A5 Storm off a little bit, right? You're up 2 maps to 0 in a best of 5. You can certainly afford to throw, even completely, Skyscraper and still be up 1 whole map here in the best of 5. I don't think they're going to do that, completely throw it, because this is still a great team, and we saw them win this first one, but they are certainly not playing in the lockdown conventional siege that we do see often. Here we got Swing on the run out from Mozzie. Gonna see the C4 come out, not claim anybody. Bean trying to take that shot.
If he survived, there was going to be a problem there, but we saw in Element 2, I know this isn't the full Wanted Goons roster, but they love to have fun when playing this game. That's one of their main things. They just want to have a little bit of fun. But with 2 men already down, this hurts the defense quite a lot. But again, it's still such a defender-sided map. It still could be really hard for A5 Storm to even get into building.
Oh, this is that setup that we love so much on the defense. Stands the Mira, of course. But the run out on the single wall, one of my personal faves. Hectic is gonna find Ayana, and Jenkins gonna get taken off next. Crazy to find the L85 on a Solid Toasters, puts us into a 3v2 now. They're opening up every single sideline.
It's with exactly what they needed to do, and we didn't talk about it at the setup there, but Bushman Jenkins coming in, filling in for this A5 Storm team again. They've had another roster change. We saw this as a big detriment when F5 Esports lost in their recent grand final in the Outlast Arena League. Was when you have roster changes, it can be really difficult to adapt. So playing up against a great team who is at least staying consistent makes it difficult here, and A5 Storm is going to have to bring something special to the table.
Yep. Okay, so it's going to be a bit. It's going to be a bit of the scenic route here. Is Crazy going to take himself all the way around to the other side? Quick, take a look, a quick peek, and they've got plenty of time too to suss out where the heck they are. He can hear him. You can hear him. Oh,
But does he know about the one on house stairs?
That's the big question. A bit of a misdrone, maybe.
Putting the shield up at the last second, that was interesting. For sure, they're going to get the drone now. They've got 2 of them set up. Know that Frost is playing behind the drone, but do they have any utility? They've got a couple of these, the Thatchers.
I don't think he even got the shield. But he just wasted both his drones.
Oh no. He doesn't need the intel. He said, we know where he's at.
Oh, they know where he's at, but he does take one. Hectic gonna grab 2 to finish it off. Exige loses that fight, but Hectic gonna grab a double.
That was a 5v3 in like 2 minutes, and that's what defender-sided this map really is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. It only takes a few members to be able to hold it all the way across the board, and with that, we're going to see some turf shot site play. First chance at Army of 5 having a shot at claiming a round, as Mr. Peng has taken 2 in a row. They're going to bring out a bit of the cheese pick. As you're seeing the Cav on the board.
Hectic is yet to die in this game.
Sheesh.
4-0. Yeah, you called it. What a great way to start. Bushman, the new member there on the A5 side, at least being able to grab a double at this point, but right now it is looking very much defender-sided, and on the back of some very aggressive play. Really looking to see, are they going to continue that run out? Are they going to continue I mean, that was a Mozzie running all the way out towards the helipad and tossing the C4, right? That's an extreme level of aggression here from the defense to the trolling point, but it worked, right? They got a double off of that.
Oh, man. Okay. So, yeah, a couple of off picks here. Swing going on to the Oryx. There's that Solus that you wanted to see so bad, Whiskey. You on the board and ready. Oryx for the spawn peak. It's going to be Spawn Peak City. Look at this. Everybody getting ready.
Oh, no, it's a Nitro Cell.
Is the C4 going to happen?
They didn't go the right way.
Yep, I mean, it was a 50-50. He picked the wrong one, not going to happen, and no one coming close to where Oryx was playing either. So a bit of a wasted C4 there from Xsiege, but continues to put the pressure on this attacking team. And that's exactly what they need. Going to get them off kilter. We need to see A5 here answer back with something. Aggression on their side, or maybe just more conventional, careful siege. You know, you can win this tactically, take advantage of some of those peaks that we're seeing this this defensive team take.
Xsiege just put all of his mute jammers in pantry. He just put them all in a line.
Little strat roulette, potentially. And look, here we have it. Cav potentially going to get one. She's active, and I don't know if she has been sussed out. Ooh, especially with Solus going down. That means that they think they might have that bit of area for free. Leave room for a bit of the flank from Cav. Could be pretty huge.
That's right, taking this fight downstairs and trying to figure out exactly where this team is going to push from. Definitely been a bit of a challenge at this point because they're running out everywhere. There it is, another run out. He's going to take it from the window. Xsiege throwing all of, like you said, all of these mute jammers down. Got this thing completely locked off and able to get a run out on the back of it.
Oh, look at here it is. It's going to be the swing from the SMG-11. Downs one. Knows he's got
No
another.
way.
Oh, no. Bit of a misfire there. Salejo going to be able to stay up high. And oh, my God.
The Cav run out as well. Boy, this, I think almost all of the attacking kills here were outside of the map. Luckily, we were able to catch a few of those because otherwise, the whole inside of the map was fair game from the defensive side.
Ooh, that's a tough spot to find yourself in. It's 3-0 in favor of the defense here. Now, just got to see Army of 5 take 1 or 2 to be satisfied going into their defensive round because, like we said, this is an incredibly defensive-sided map. So not wholly unexpected, but we do need to see Army of 5 come up at least with 1 for sure.
Honestly, if I was this is Army of 5, I would have taken my time out.
Yeah.
Honestly, they are getting. Let's be honest, Mr. Pang are not playing at their full capability right now, yet they are still decisively winning these rounds.
I think when you you're seeing a team play, play trolling, playing very aggressive, right? You can do that. You can upset a team, and we just got to see them play this conventional strategic siege. I mean, you can win against this style of play, and we're seeing swing all the way out on the outside of the map again.
This could chalk Mr. Pang's mental right now, because it's like, oh, these guys are no longer taking us seriously. They don't think we're good enough, and that may make them think maybe we are, and maybe that's what's happening right now.
Yeah, not a bad idea. But body bounce does go in favor of A5 as they find the first kill onto, oh geez, onto the Oryx. But it is going to be Amaro that goes down, and Finka to find the next death as body bounce goes heavily in favor of Mr. Pang Esports yet again. We're going to be looking for some more run out action as all of that intel from the Solus being put out.
That's right. It's difficult at this point to even see exactly where we think, again, these guys are going to push from. Maybe a little bit of the bedroom closet here, but you've got Toaster sitting in that position. He's got the C4, going to take it, not connect on Crazy.
Oh, triple kill by Sol and Toasters. He's looking to get himself active and potential for the ace.
He's only using that BMM, I'm pretty sure, as well.
There
we go. Funny. Getting a little bit crazy here from the defense and able to convert on another kill. So it's all up to Crazy and Waladi. Got to find one. They've got some sight control here, but Diffuser is cold at this point.
Oh, jeez. Well, a little bit of a tough session here for Army of 5. They do find some damage onto Xer, but it's going to be starting to pick away at them, and that's going to be the Ash to fall and the Bailiff to finish her up.
Yeah, the pings coming out, the red pings coming out, and Hectic just runs in and grabs a double, taking him down. This extremely aggressive playstyle, I think, is just really throwing off the A5 Storm team. Even though we know Skyscraper is very very defender sided, this is just taking it to the next level.
True.
Okay. Army of 5, we want to see the next map. Club is where it's going to happen. We're going to Karaoke T on round 5 here on Skyscraper, but you have got to come up with 2 rounds right now to hold on to this thing and prevent the slip and slide away. Let's see it happen, guys.
Yep, the time has come. Army of 5, you know it's a good team. You know that they can do it. Got to string together 2. Let's see.
And we're continuing. Somebody having some trouble loading Siege there in the lobby, but glad that they didn't drop. Big shout out to not dropping here. Glad to see that.
I'm so happy. Exa has not gone 6. The I've completely forgot the name of it.
Boss G?
The shotgun. Boss G. He has the Boss G. I was thinking in my head, I was like, please, Exa, take the Boss G right now. It'll be hilarious.
Boss G, man. Somebody told me that that's a one shot on a 3 speed.
This is fantastic. You know, it's one of the reasons we're in the GNL, right? For anybody that's just joining us, we are seeing, you know, a good portion of a T2 team play here tonight, but we're playing in the free league. GNL is where the Siege Double Shot got our start as part of a casting crew, and so we love coming back to the free leagues to be a part of it and share that with everyone. So the thing that it does give you is the potential for a little bit of trolling and some fun with the game, because that's what it is, my friends, a game, and we love to see it.
Do you think he's going to be outside again? That's the question. Do you think he's going to run out?
Staring at each other. He's even using the Russian ACOG.
Boss G with the 2-5, yeah.
Maybe that's what we need to see. Army of 5 just have a little bit of fun with it. You know, I mean, heck, this is the grand final. Oh, okay. I was about to say.
I thought he got the kill too.
Swing gonna get taken off the board, and that's a great pick by Army of 5.
Oh, and a TK coming out. I don't know whether or not that was intentional, but Toaster gonna get a C4 kill there to take 1 off the board. So it's a 3v4 to start with.
Now into a 3v3. Is Adij going to find one on the Vector?
This hold from Crazy. Going to get one. Yep. Holding that angle, and Toaster walking back in and not knowing exactly where that defender was playing at. So it's coming down to it. They're going to have, well, I was going to say, have a little bit better chance. Going to tie it up 2-2. Siege playing there on Mira at the top. Going to rotate back down. The flank coming on Nomad. Is that possible when she's got the air jabs?
It is if she's blind.
True story.
All right, they take the shield down. Now it takes us into a 2v2 with a minute 15 left on the board. The long shot, not going to find anything. Stuff to get. Got that Mira. Oh, and there we go. A5 going to get their first one on the board.
They do it. I was still nervous about that round. It still did not look like it was going their way.
Even with the Grismot mine going off, able to walk in and find a kill, that was it. We called them out saying they absolutely had to find it, and they pulled it off. 4-1 as we head into round 6. And that felt like they were sort of pulling together. Got the opening pick, slowed down Mr. Pang's trolling, and are able to turn it into a round win.
Let's go.
They
One
have
more
what
would
they
feel
needed.
great.
Yeah, one more would be amazing, but they do have what they need. He's using the M870 on Bandit.
Ooh.
I mean, I love that shoddy. The Bandit
Me
and
too.
Jaeger shoddy. It's a formidable weapon here, and interesting that they're choosing to reinforce off all of this area here in Karaoke. Gonna see Siege set up the shield in the corner, try and protect maybe from drone and hide in that location.
Swig is trolling. Swig has to be trolling. He's just reinforcing everything.
This is a very unique site setup for sure for a karaoke team. Not one we typically see.
Not one we typically see. That is the truth.
I'm just baffled. I don't know how to.
Gonna see. I thought we were gonna see Hectic on this run out. Yes, he does. But Bilotti takes him down. They were ready for it. Joe, just a hair too late to be able to catch that run out. Knew that it was gonna happen. And the next one from
run out.
Warden.
And it is good.
Keep sending them. Send another. It'll work the third time.
Peek it, I dare you. Toaster playing that Solus and was in the position to be able to go for the run out again. Is not going to. Waiting to see if anyone's going to hop on their phone before going in this top black door. Going to continue to play this location. Maybe. Oh, not going to have Echo be able to take the drone outside, but waiting again. It looks like for a run out there as well.
Interesting setup. Oh, my lord. Well, body bounce is tipped in favor of A5 here as the first minute has ticked down. This is going to be Toaster to find one, find a second. Now evens up that body count. They are going to take Stolen off the board. Finally, stop that madness on the other side. So it takes us into a 3v2.
They don't know, but they have an entire site for free.
It's right on the stairs, not going to hit anybody. And look, all of these attackers set up here on the top black, trying to push some of these locations. Going to take a few shots from down below, but going to push in. Swing finally getting taken down here is, like you said, they've got sight, they've got some control, but still, all of these players playing top black. Man, I thought he was going to grab a double there.
They don't have diffuser, actually. No, they do. Never mind. Crazy has diffuser.
Oh. What a shot. Exige to find Bean now takes us into a 1v2. It's a low health scenario for Finka. No more of that HP on the board. Oh.
That's the diffuser going down. Oh, not in a position to be able to take it. Downs Finka, but she's going to have that boost. Going to get herself back up. The C75. Oh, she's done. Machine pistol kill. This is just wild to see this battle between these two. Who's going to get it? Exige does.
Wow.
Oh, my Lord. What a... what a round. Well, okay. We're witnessing the height of a grand final troll. Rainbow Six Siege friends. We're glad you're here with us.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of Siege you could be watching. And here we're gonna see some folks gooning around.
I mean, it might as well be. We're practically washing casual at this point. But what we are gonna see is the side swap. So, Mr. Pang's Esports gonna go on to attack. But that means at least we're gonna see, I think, some more conventional setups here from the Army of Five Storm team. And the reason that they're conventional is because typically they work. So, question is, we're gonna see slow down this Mr. Pang's Esports worldwide team. I think probably likely bringing out a couple shields here, continuing the troll on attack, but they're still going to have to find some wins against this team that's setting themselves up in a more conventional way for defense.
Diana had flashbacks. She could have flashed before and won the round, but we're on to the defense. Maybe they can pull it through, and hopefully now they did get the one round they needed. So if Mr. Pan continue up with their tomfoolery, it looks like they're bringing 4 shields at the moment. No, all 5 shields.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like they're running the strat roulette game here.
So the tomfoolery is going to be continuing. So maybe they can get the 5 rounds they need on the defense, or the 6 rounds they want to win. But we'll see. Yep, it's all 5 shields.
Let's go. Honestly, big fan. You know what? We're just here to have some fun, and it's exactly what they're doing here.
This is a game of seed.
As a new team, you got to take your licks. You know, you gotta have the ones that are sometimes a bit tougher. It's kind of what we're seeing here. Blitz gonna be the first to fall though, as Hectic goes down.
That's right, he's playing on the stairs, but that's 3 shields coming up. Gonna see another one. If the shield isn't up, you can't win, but it's gonna be a TK from Toaster to take down Siege. Okay, that's gonna help out this this team, and they're able to put Monty in a bit of a pinch. Osa setting up downstairs, and gonna try through the floor bang here.
Nearly.
It rolled back down on her.
Oh my lord. All right, there we go. So a bit of trolling leads to the A5 win here, taking us 5-2, a little bit closer in the score line.
All right, here's the question. Here's the question: Are we actually casting like this is intense siege, or have we started to watch, you know, just some casual play, strat roulette for fun? And does that change up the style on our side?
I'm
Well,
trying to
here's the-
cast, but I just keep
go ahead.
laughing. I just keep laughing. So
Yeah, here's the deal: is one side still is taking it pretty serious, right? They're trying to get those kills, even though there's a little bit of trolling going on the other side. A5 still wants to win this, right? Relatively new team. I don't know. Some parts of it get pretty intense to me.
Let's see them pull it off. You know what? Send it to the next round to put the Mr. Pang Esports Worldwide team in their place. Time to show them that they can win. And they play some conventional siege, and they were able to pull one off. So now we're seeing the Pang gang set themselves up on again a more conventional lineup for them. Not bringing out all the shields again. They had their fun. Maybe now it's time to play. Let's see how it goes.
Blackbeard going to be back on the board. He's the operator that we see get taken off the board quite a bit. As far as the question we asked, who would you ban forever? Two rounds in a row here.
Holding this angle there, and Bean taking the shot, putting the pressure on the attackers, using some of their own tactics against them, but more controlled, not running all the way out and tossing the C4, getting right up in their face on the door, but holding the angle. It's a great play.
Oh, just about
Nearly.
finds himself a headshot, but not quite going to be the case here.
honestly, it'd be hilarious if Army of 5 just started running out even more. To just
Getting uber aggressive.
to use Mr. Pang's playstyle against them, because I don't think they'd expect that.
I'm here for it, especially on
Extra
man,
holding
what a
it.
shot.
That was prone on the door, holding that angle. Gonna grab another as the C4 comes out, almost taking Bandit off the board. He lives though and is able to take one down. And Exige grabbing a double. Exer to finish it off with that G36. The nerf, not a problem as far as he's concerned.
Sheesh.
We have hit
It's
that
series
point. That's right. You called it, Milo. We are at series point, and not just series point here. The whole season point, map point, match point, grand final point as we roll in Mr. Pang Esports up 2-0 after winning on Oregon, Chalet. The third map is Sky. We have got to see Army of 5 storm their way back another 4 rounds to hit that overtime, push us into map 3. This is it, my friends. It's all come down to this round, potentially.
Sheesh. Oh man, as the numbers continue to climb on our followers thing here, we now are at 54 followers left. 54 followers till we give away a hat that is signed by Pengu, Bolo, NJR, Spirits, Spoit, Kino, just a bunch of fun names on there. 54. So make sure you give the shares, give the follows, because that hat has got some history on it. Woo-wee, match point scenario here, Mr. Run.
That's right, and pretty coordinated push. Again, not playing apparently from a troll perspective here for this team. I think that's a good call as well. They want to try and win it, and we want to see this siege take place because Army of Five really wants to win this one, show what they're made of here in this GNL, in the free league.
Yep, being the veteran, of course, takes that early kill and gets Exige off the board. That's good. He's sitting at that 2.0 KD, and it's all flashes. Ooh, finds one. Now takes us into a 5v3. Oh, but he does get dealt with. They're still holding on, and it's going to be Nomad now to fall as well, taking us into
Pistols
a
only.
4v2.
I think it's pistols only on the side of Mr. Pang Esports.
Oh.
Hectic is running the, okay, use the LMG to open up the window and continuing to find the pistol shots here out the main door. Swing being a little crazy. Now Hectic on the flank in here. Gonna see whether or not he's gonna find one.
Oh, Hectic does find one, and a C4 rings out. Oh! Now it's all on his shoulders, and he's gonna get taken away. Bean gonna find another. Put it on his dome piece.
I think it is Strat Roulette. I do think you're right at the moment. That seems like what we're doing right now.
Okay, running the Strat Roulette here, back on match point again, and like you said, if they're running Strat Roulette, Army of Five definitely has a chance to make this thing happen, because Pistols Only is tough against a team that that at least knows the game and is seasoned with those ARs and the SMGs. So, what do you think? What's coming out next?
Well, if it's Strat Roulette, they're probably all going to be crawling on the ground as the Snake Roulette is up next.
Oh, please. That'd be so funny.
I'm not sure exactly, right? We're seeing the slow Army of Five still trying to adapt to even the Strat Roulette. They find themselves 3 in a row. I mean, this sucks for them because they are a good team, right? Still an Army of Five organization, but they're just having a tough time here, especially being undefeated throughout the whole season, just to come up and just kind of get slammed.
Slammed with Strat Roulette would even be worse.
Yeah.
I think,
But still, I think still having a good time, right? I mean, it's the GNL Grand Finals. That's all we're doing here, anyways. Is you're having a fun time.
Yep, all about having fun here.
Let's go, Bean. 3 rounds in a row, finding himself a spawn peak.
okay, that's one way to do it. Hectic.
What? Hectic. That's not very nice.
Yeah, I think he's you know, making sure
The one
that
where you have to empty the clip.
Make sure he's dead.
all right, using
Yep.
all of the utility or emptying the clip.
I think it's emptying the clip. Oh, that would be hard to do with the Cali, of course.
Oh, Xer, okay, he's holding some tight angles here from this, so he appears to be playing the game at this point. Oh, look, they've got the Ram Charger opened, or the Boogie Drone opened up these sight lines up in, and gonna see one, but no! Crazy gonna grab a double, maybe a triple. Goes for the shotgun kill, doesn't get it.
Very close to a triple kill there. Good peek, but just unlucky. But would there be no... Hectic completely fries Bean.
Jeez.
But they've
I
got
don't
the
know
man
what the Strat Roulette
advantage.
is.
I don't know either. Maybe there isn't one this round. Maybe they just swing everything.
Be a little bit crazy, but Bushman Jenkins taking down Xer, and it is all up to Hectic. I mean, he is at 10-4-1, even running a bit of a troll game at this point, so the man can clutch it up. We have seen it, and he's running the LMG from Finka back to the meta in 2019 at this point.
Enough bullets to kill them all. Holy cow.
Oh, but he's
pistol
gonna
popping.
do it with the pistol instead. He's on a 3K. He's got to ace this to clutch it, and what a way to finish that off this would be. He goes down to the goo. What a legendary kill, using the utility here from this team. A5 Storm not giving up, putting all of that utility on the ground to make sure they get the round win. That was epic.
Is that 2 goo kills we've seen?
That is
Yeah.
twice tonight we have seen the goo take down a player, once at the top of White Stairs on Oregon and then once here on Sky. That was amazing.
In fact, I think we've also seen like 4 team kills.
It is a very disproportionately high number of team kills here on this match. It has been fun. It has been wild, and getting to see this team come out, the Xenon champions from season 1 and 2, as well as some T2 players here, just have some fun with the game, and seeing Army of 5 Storm team in one of their bigger first games here at this point. Coming out and at least showing up on those first 2 maps. They took this team to overtime on Oregon.
Yeah, and not only that, remained undefeated throughout the whole GNL season. So, you know, a lot of good teams that they were able to take down in their quest for the finals here.
Big shout out
to be playing a really big good team.
Well, and shout out to Recon as part of the GNL league. Does a great job running that for this, and we're glad to be a part of it again.
Despite the fact that Mr. Pang Esports are winning 6-4, it is 9-1 in entry for Army of 5.
Wow.
No. The conversion rate is not helping them.
They're not able to convert it, but the fact that they're able to get those kills, that means they're putting the pressure on them like exactly we wanted to see them do.
Is it iron sights? They're doing iron sights.
Oh.
Oh, no.
No.
It is definitely iron sight on Thermite for sure at this point. But no, not Ying. She's going to fall. Salejo taking down Hectic. That's huge.
Were they crawling? They're crawling.
Oh my god, they're crawling! We have it. The snake.
Okay, XE just crouching? No, had to crouch to open the window.
You can get up to get in. Oh my gosh. This is strap roulette.
You called it out. You called it out, man.
Oh.
Don't look away. This is the grand final. Got a kill.
That's right, because we're on match point continuing. If we see Mr. Pang Esports win this, the grand final is over. If they're able to pull it off on the strat roulette, that would be wild. But okay. Sullen Toaster taking one. He's got another goo mine here, potentially an important part of this. Tossing the impacts in. Pokeball, I choose you. Taking down Xer.
Oh, he stood up. They gave up.
Well, yep, now down into a 1v2.
He decided that since he's the last one alive, he wants to see if he can clutch up this grand final solo. Is Toaster going to be the one to do it? He is definitely running at this point. So strat roulette abandoned. Now it is down to a 2v1 for the whole thing at this point.
Ooh, took a look up there, didn't actually see him, and there we go. It's going to be Army of 5 to clean that one up.
One more round till OT.
Let's go.
Shutting down the strat roulette. That's what we needed to see this team do. Army of 5 Storm continues the match point streak at this point. So 6-5. We'd seen them win 3 in a row at this point on their defense, and whoo, man, this is going to be tough. What's net, and not necessarily the round, but trying to predict which is the next strat roulette to come out.
That's true.
I want to see shotguns only. They haven't done that yet. I want to see shotguns only.
It doesn't look like we're gonna see it. They're bringing out not a lot of operate. Well, maybe there's shotguns there, but you know what this reminds me of, Whiskey, is we had a chance in October to do the Chaos Cast as part of the Outlast calls, and this absolutely reminds me of that. Just fun with the game of Siege.
Just Chaos Cast, that was amazing. That made its rounds on Twitter.
Just there's no soundboard, and really, I mean, it can't get better than that.
Well,
Will Bean be able to get another spawn peak?
Yeah, where is he gonna set himself up at? Okay, on the window. Yep, continuing this spot. Oh no!
He left after. he can't change it. Ooh, that's
After the
unfortunate.
round starts, and no, Swing is going to suss out where Bean was, going to take him down, and that, my friends, is a very difficult place to see this Army of 5 Storm team. Again, we're on match point, grand finals point. If they win, we are done for the evening. They're going to take this win.
Okay, so it's a 5v3, 2 minutes and 27 seconds left. Jenkins going to find himself on the scenic route. Going to go try and get active from the back end here.
The rush. One down.
Crazy,
from Crazy.
gonna get one.
Can he
Yeah,
get
that's it.
I
2.
pumped him. No, go
No, 3.
No. One down. It's 1v1. Can they still do it? It's all up to Sullen Toaster for the win now, but Salijo and Bushman Jenkins trying to get them to overtime. The rush did not pay out and has caused them into this. And Salijo
He
gets
did it! Let's go!
That's
It's
twice.
overtime.
That is twice he's able to clutch up the round. Salejo taking it and pushing it to OT. We have hit round 13, my friends. There is no way I thought I'd be saying that tonight.
E question mark? Is that pause? Or we just gonna go 4v5? Yeah, okay, there you go.
All right.
We are
Folks,
going
we'll be-
to pause it. Yep.
Yep. So sit back, relax, because when we come back, it's going to be the stunning conclusion to map number 3. Ayo.
Let's go.
What's up, and welcome back, fellow Siege spectators and players. Pause undone as we got the lobby set up for this overtime fun. It's 6-6 here on map number 3. What you think, Whiskey?
I think that Army of 5 Storm getting defense here on OT. They brought it all the way back. They survived the strat roulette. Potentially not that hard, but they definitely won the opening kill. This is opening kill was amazing there from the Army of 5 team, able to convert that into enough round wins to push OT. And I think they're lucky that Mr. Pang didn't start on defense. That was at least gives them a fighting chance at this point, and for us to see Clubhouse.
Ayo. Oh, okay. So as we get to the defense, look, it's Slowdown City, Legion, Thorn, and Capcan on the board. Hoping to catch these incredibly aggressive attacking players. Catch them lacking, slacking, put them sleeping.
No spawn peek though here from Bean. He's gonna show a little bit of restraint and potentially give this attacking team a little bit of a surprise. And that was close there as Buck almost lost his life, although he doesn't catch a single bullet in that exchange.
Wow. All right, first kill goes in the favor of Mr. Pang as they take Thorn off the board, and it looks like they're just getting aggressive here in this overtime. Push in, click head seems to be the strat here.
All I can say is, what if they stop the strat roulette now and actually go for the win? Because all the rounds have been somewhat close still with these strat roulettes. So what if it's a proper round and they could just wash it here?
Wouldn't that be something? Holding the long angle.
So the Legion coming out again, taking a little bit of damage there on swing.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Pull ourselves into a hurry up and wait situation as Legion takes a bunch of damage, and now going to be a start to sight over.
right.
Activation.
They're spending time opening up some of these sight lines here. So, like you said, playing it more conventionally and definitely have the potential to win this round. Just playing it in the way you'd expect. But Zalejo holding it downstairs here with this C4. I don't think they've sussed him out. Going to make this push around where normally that shield is in a shrine.
This could be huge.
Oh, did they suss him out? No, he's got... That's right, he does take Exceed off. Let's go.
Toasted him. Now into a 4v3, Whiskey. Let's go.
And pushed himself back up to the top of the stairs and trying to hold this push in through drum. So we've got all of the attacking team on the other side of this all-important hallway. Got to try and find their way. Nobody pushing from down below, but he's got to watch his back. Anyway, going to swing on Buck. Not going to happen. Xer going to flash him instead. And the flank.
Could be huge, and they have it as a rotate too, so he could potentially get up and get active, but they do have the Solus holding on to the long angle. Not going to find the kill. Does do a little bit of damage, however. Now it's all on the shoulders of Ector. He finds himself in a 1v4 and in an un-v4. Army of 5 to take that round.
Oh, no
It just felt
way.
like it felt like they stalled out, to be honest, Mr. Pang. So they had all the ground they needed really quickly. They got the opening pick, but then they didn't really do much with it. And the C4, though, was beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Whiskey, write that one down.
I don't know. I'm having a hard time knowing whether or not this is going to work in some conventional siege. For sure, in casual, that C4 hits every time. In ranked, I'm not 100% sure, but what I am sure of is Army of 5 has put themselves on match point. We've been on match point for 4 rounds prior to the overtime, thinking that Mr. Pang was going to take it. They went all strat roulette on their attack and have allowed Army of 5 Storm to put themselves up on this match point. So we were sitting at match point, series point, grand final point, but we're no longer. At this point, A5 Storm wins. We're taking ourselves to club for map 4 of this best of 5.
Hey, oh, crazy sitting 15 and 11. Really just some individual heroics there to get them up into the position that they are.
Well, and notably, right, Bushman Jenkins coming in. So we've seen the A5 Storm team have to switch up the roster every round. He was the new guy added in this round and has gone 11, 6, and 1.
And this guy may not be popping off in kills, but he's had 2 important kills. Zalejo with the 2 kills to win 2 different rounds in those 2v1s.
Yeah, that's true. Call him clutch because he got him.
Okay, so I think we're seeing more of the conventional siege. The defending team has got themselves set up. They're using the electricity, bringing out the Kivas, got themselves into a position here to win this one. I'm fairly certain at this point we're going to see round 15. That's a bold prediction, though, with only 45 seconds into this round.
That's true.
It is skyscraper though, so it's not the most bold prediction ever.
That's true. Also, both statements factual. Gee, just holding the long angle, trying to connect one from a distance.
Everybody looking for these Gasians all over the map here. And there's a lot of motion. I feel like we're just seeing a ton of motion here on the side of this defense. They're looking everywhere trying to find. And Kiba not going to go down, able to get that kill out. Sullen Toaster finding it. That was a great shot there. Trying to get the Kiba in place.
It's kind of a 3v3 at the moment until Exer gets picked up, but he will be.
So back to a 4v3. Not much going on here. They don't have a chance or a way to really get in. No hard breach brought, even though they brought the Thatcher along. So, yet again on that interesting pick as far as how to deal with getting inside the building.
We still got Lottie outside here trying to find a shot in. I think that's who took down an injured Kaid, put him down 1. Still finding some ways to find angles in here and or angles out. Exer finding one here. They're looking into drum. That's a long angle.
Very naughty angle that is. Let's see if he can get a pick here. But so far, Exige is the one trying to contest drum.
Contest indeed.
Yeah. As I say, he does get spotted on the drone, pulls out the pistol.
Still yet to take a bit of damage, and there's only 20 seconds left, so it's very likely in the hands of the defenders.
Oh, don't realize that they had downed one of the attackers outside.
And as time starts to wind down, this 3v1 all but tidies itself up.
All right,
It
it
was
was
not happy for how long they were taking.
It was a bold prediction going in. Were we going to see round 15? Indeed, we are, my friends. There's a lot of Siege you could be watching. We're glad you're here with us for the GNL League Grand Final. This is it. It all comes down to this round. Mr. Pang Esports, if they take this one, the Grand Final is over and they walk away champions. If A5 Storm takes it, we are going to club to settle the next one.
And there's no way Mr. Pang Esports wants to lose a map after strat rouletting for their attack half. That'd be a bit of the egg on the face for sure. Could see a bit of a little bit more conventional style here. And it's A5 back on defense, and it is some slow down city. Malusi, Capcan, and Legion, all operators designed to slow you down. Ooh, look, some copy pasta. I love it.
Love to see that as part of the channel. Thanks, everyone, for joining us again. This is it, the GNL Grand Final. If you're just joining us, we're seeing Mr. Pang Esports up 2-0. A5 Storm has got to win this round. They want to continue themselves on in this match. Otherwise, we're going to see the end of it right here.
Bit of a more standard lineup that you would normally see here, as we see 2 sets of hard breach on the board. Going to be a bit of a split as they open up both the single wall on the bar and the main lobby wall as well.
Yeah, Thatcher coming on over here, looking like going to open up the main breach as well. They have any breach denial? No. This is, we talked about A5 Storm not bringing that as part of their lineup on Chalet as well, potentially to the detriment. And, oh, wow, that was so close there on the rappel. Exige almost losing his life. His elbow was exposed.
You know how dangerous it is when your elbow is exposed, which is a funny statement to say, but it is completely true.
So Toast taking a lot of damage here, but the defense is still even holding up despite their main breach being opened up. Last time it was a rush attempt on this site, but it looks like they're trying to play this card and use their time this time for Mr. Pang.
I think you called it out, Whiskey. They don't want to lose this one after strat rouletting the game. And there it is. Bean taking one. Velati taking another. It's a 5v3 with 1:15 left in this.
Oh gosh, Thermite taking a little bit of damage, reduced to half of his health. We are going to see some exchanges happening here as he's still stuck on that main single wall. Can't seem to get in. Shots through the window, and it is going to be Jenkins underneath, hoping to catch somebody slipping and sleeping from below.
That's right. It looked like he had an angle even on rappel as well, right? Could he hit the one of them on rappel, or is he gonna have to wait and see until they walk through that door? Exige gonna no way.
Exige on the flank gets a double.
Huge round. Oh, this is such a huge round. Here we go. Exige finds himself a double. Now puts the body balance back in favor of Mr. Pang, and all they got to do is hold on to the hold on to the angle and play off the refrag. No need to isolate, as everybody has had to have moved their way back to site.
And one operator playing upstairs, one downstairs, but he whiffs and misses. Hectic hits, and it is all down to Bushman Jenkins, and the Capcan wins it in a double!
No way!
It was on the double door! But how does that kill Ace?
The casters are speechless. The Capcan wins it as we roll in. Unbelievable. 8-7 on to close out Skyscraper. That was unbelievable, my friend.
That is
Also,
got to be one of the greatest kills to ever happen on the Siege.
Saleho technically does it again in a clutch.
Wow.
Technically, it was his Capcan.
Oh, man. Okay, folks. Well, that was crazy. I can't believe that just went the way that it did. We're going to take a short break as we do get the next map set up. And where are we headed? Clubhouse?
We are headed to Clubhouse.
All right. Sit back, relax, because when we come back, it's going to be map number 4, AO.
Let's go.
What's up, and welcome back, fellow Siege spectators and players. We're going to give you a little bit of breakdown real quick before we get into map number 4 of what the heck we just watched. Welcome back, Naj. Tell us what's going on.
Well, there isn't really a lot to talk about. We kind of know they did a lot of strat roulette. I did notice when Pang played seriously, they were playing very much like a sort of Brazilian style. They were playing that sort of like aggression and really just seeing what they can do, even on the attack in the later end of the game. And it kind of went really well for them when they did. But I have a couple questions, specifically for you two, and you can both give me answers if you want. So you know, at one point during the game, the opening statistics was 9-1 in favor of A5. What was the opening statistic at the end of the game? Guess. Bear in mind, 15 rounds.
13-2.
I was gonna go 14-1.
It was 10-5.
Oh.
That's
that's what you get when you have to observe at the same time. It's hard to pay attention.
Yeah,
to
it's
who
very
takes, but
difficult to
that's
pay
why
attention
we
to
brought
the
the
past
analyst 10-5. So that went all on the side, pretty much, of Mr. Pang after that.
And how many clutches were in that game?
9.
Not quite that many. I'll put it that way. there was 3. 1 by Hectic and 2 by Saleo. So it very cool, interesting to see that we didn't really see a lot of like close rounds, like super close rounds. But overall, it was very well played. Overall, the game was very close. It was really well played by Crazy. Crazy really stepped up in that game, and I just think that A5 are really starting to show some promise.
Yeah. All right. Well, not much to talk about, as that last map was just mostly for the S's and giggles. But we're going to move on to map number 4. It's Clubhouse. It's the great equalizer, right? It's the map that if you've ever played a round of Siege, you played it on Clubhouse. So hopefully we get a little bit more out of this map. Naj, thank you so much. We'll catch you on the next map. All right, Whiskey. Clubhouse, what do you think we're looking at bans?
Well, after that, I'm really having a hard time being able to predict with any sort of accuracy what we're going to see here. But what we saw on that last map was a lot of fun. I mean, I had a great time with it. It was definitely unconventional, on purpose. But I think the thing about it is A5 Storm held their composure, continued to play the game like they wanted to win. There's no money on the line because GNL is a free league, but they were just getting their start, right? This is it. They want to win in front of the crowd, in front of the people that have come out to see this game being played. And so I like the fact that they held their composure and continuing to ban out operators that I think they don't want to see, right? We've seen them ban Jackal twice now, so they're going to continue to play conventional Siege and try and win. On the defensive side, I think going to Clubhouse, Kaid maybe is an off pick, but probably the Fenrir Soulless is the likelies.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely correct here. Be exactly what we saw on the last map. Hey, and coming back with us yet again, try casting for map number 4. It's Milo. What's up, Milo? What are you thinking about what we got coming up for the next one?
I'm terrified because Exa has been chanting in chat one more map. So I don't know. I don't know if they're actually going to want to win this or Exa really wants to play Consulate.
Would love to see Consulate.
Consulate would be very fun.
Not gonna lie about that. We love seeing the new maps. I would have loved to have seen Nighthaven as part of it, but is Clubhouse going to be the fun map that we're expecting? I think so. It's a great map just in general, and we're seeing 2 great teams play it. I think we're going to have a lot of fun.
Yep. Okay, here we go. Let's get into it. It's Clubhouse. It's down to the basement to start us off. A5 going to bring... No, none of that breach denial yet again, so hatches are going to be, of course, for free. I'm going to hope on those C4s potentially, or the 2 impacts from Legion to help keep those closed, but with the Habana on the board, it seems very unlikely.
The
Maybe.
fact, you know what, Naj bringing out all of those great points and making me remember that that is difficult to keep track of the stats while we're working as part of the production and observation team. So great to have him along, and great to have Milo along as well as part of the TriCast, because best of 5. It's a lot of work from a casting perspective. So glad to have you along. TK gonna start us out.
Oh, 15 kill?
Yeah, that
What is
was that was Swing
that count
getting
as-
taken out by TK.
Does that count? Whose opening pick is that?
Nobody put I claim in the
Right,
in
so
the
I guess it
chat,
is the
so I'm
bang.
not sure.
Yeah, I think it goes. We've decided if nobody claims it, it goes towards the opposing team because they're up in the man count.
Yep.
I mean,
Although
it's a
Naj is
nice
gonna check
shot.
me on that later.
Yeah, 100%. He's gonna give you the business.
Naj Old just asked me to keep track because he's making food.
All right,
That's
so
why
they're
I
gonna
asked.
go for some of that hatch play here. Habana, the hatch queen, gonna start opening up, gaining that top-down clear that we see so often.
That's
On
right.
the bans, I wasn't here to actually see them because I was getting my food out of the microwave. No Valkyrie. It's the first time we haven't seen her banned. So, and she is going to be played instantly by Army of 5.
Oh yeah, if Valkyrie's on the board, especially downstairs, that's an easy pick, right? We're looking for that intel. We're looking for that C4. We're looking for that body bounce to increase in the form of A5.
I like seeing the Mira off the board, to be honest. We know we didn't talk about it at the time, but Mira changes up the way that the game is played. Changes, you know, you have to plan the attack around her even more specifically than you do a lot of the other operators. So I think it gives the attacking team more flexibility and allows them to bring out some more interesting strats rather than just having to counter Mira as a primary portion of what you're attacking. So I like seeing that come out here.
Yeah. Last minute gonna start counting down here. You're gonna see the eventual push and drop. Defense here pretty well set up for what is eventually gonna be the shot at the execute.
They have a C4 in place on this kitchen, looking for a place to find it. They do, but it's missed. Oh, that's unfortunate. Ping's going out, not going to catch Buck as he was upstairs trying to open up some of this vertical sight lines here downstairs. Hectic going to find the first actual kill in the game.
From the first actual 2 kills in the game, is he finds another headshot onto Jenkins, and that's the plant starting to go down. It's a 4v3, and they're going to go ahead and stick this thing.
Siege is absolutely a master at the plant. Out of the team, he is the one that has planted the most here, or Xer out of all of the players, I think, in the game so far. So getting it down, and it is all up to Bean and the alibi.
Oh! Pistol popping, body dropping. X are going to find it onto Bean, and that's going to close us out.
So it seems like the team kill didn't really matter in the end. I was still able to take the round.
Was the TK an accidental, or did we see what happened?
It was extremely early in the round, right when they spawned. So I wondered if that was a skin. We did see a skin come out during one of the previous, but I think because we saw gadget skins and an elite that is possible. Both of the teams are looking the other way. Potentially, if they're taking this round a little bit more seriously, then they were doing that to make sure there wasn't any protest or something that was come out during this. Because it was very early.
Yeah, I'd guess either that or they were shooting a cam.
Oh, been there, done that. both ends of it. I've ran in front of that, and I shot the homie. That's very likely.
Haven't we all?
It's part of the your rite of passage in to Rainbow Six Siege, the TK.
The TK.
Intentional or otherwise.
What? We've never done that. Okay, let's take a look at it. Up to gym bedroom here for A5 as they're going to bring out the castle. A pretty accepted strat here. Throw the castles up onto the highway windows there, one on the gym bedroom door to help guard your breach denial, which they didn't bring. Yeah, that's an interesting strat that we're not seeing breach denial or hard breach like brought out ever. I mean, hardly ever. I mean, they have brought it a couple of rounds, but it's interesting.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Army of Five Storm is definitely playing Siege a bit unconventionally, right? Like you said, not bring out Breach Denial on defense and not bring Hard Breach on attack. It's almost strange to see when you talk about that being such an important part of it. But I mean, here we are. We've gone to overtime on 2 separate maps at this point, both Oregon and Sky. Although there's a bit of an asterisk next to Sky, but still, I mean, they took them to overtime on Oregon, which was played, I think, very conventionally.
I was gonna say, I don't know if I can call Army of Five unconventional after the last map that Mr. Pang pulled out.
Yeah. On the sliding scale, the scale got rocked.
Recovered the diffuser.
Yeah. No, there was no scale after that map. It got broke.
We've got a lot of this breach is open, a lot of room in, and that's Exige taking down Bean, and that's a big piece, important part of this this Army of Five defense.
Yeah, they now have server control and hopefully eventually cache control because of that.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
Okay, 3v3. Salejo grabs another. This SMG-12 is going crazy on both sides of the map here at this point, and it's all down to Swing. Is he AFK?
Wait, can you go free cam and try to look for him?
That's right,
Actually,
yeah.
is he?
He is.
Oh yeah, he's AFK. Yeah, he's AFK. Okay.
Okay, so Swing checking out his drone here. We've got 15 seconds left. Gonna let this round roll to the end. Maybe he was grabbing dinner as well.
Mate, or he's playing Clash of Clans right now. He's on his phone.
But what's on his phone? Nope.
He's watching. He's watching Siege Double Shot right now, and you all should follow and subscribe.
Okay, so I'm gonna see Swing take that one. It's gonna be the first one down. Mila, I know you were talking about the fact that they were chanting one more map in the chat, so that's a question mark. Are we trying to see this thing finish out on Consulate as the final? Do we really want to go all 5 in a best of 5? About an hour and a half ago, I thought we were going to be completely done as we rolled into Sky, and then the nature of this game has completely changed.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
It really has. Whether it's momentum or just a team not taking it as seriously as the other, it has. But me personally, I'd love to see all 5 maps, and I think whether they're trolling or not, I think Army of 5 can do it. I think they can take it to this 5th map. Now let's just hope that Mr. Pang have all 5 members of their team, available for this round.
That's right, yeah. Whether or not it's a TK or an AFK, agreed. Hopefully that they can hold the whole team together, find a way to win one, or at least
pattern at Mr.
lay
Bean's
it.
spawn peak. Ooh, we did too early.
Yep, too early.
X is crawling.
Swing is pushing in on that ram and engaging here right off the bat.
Okay,
He's trying to
sorry
look
about
for
that.
Don't worry, we held the fort down when you were gone.
I appreciate you. What did I miss? Looks like we tied it up 1-1. Excellent.
Yeah, player was AFK.
Ah. So was a caster.
Yeah.
Okay, so Now we're seeing it was a run out here at the beginning, a little bit of an early spawn peek from Bean, but it was too early. No one from the attacking team in a position there, hidden behind the excavator, out in the spawn behind the dirt tunnel. But Hectic going to be the first to take one down. There it is, the Boogie continuing to open up all of these huge lines of sight, and going to find one off the back of it. Swing. The Zero Marksman finding that kill.
Oh, but Bean gets one back. Instantly onto the Habana as well. If they haven't got the hatches yet, that could be a problem. I mean, they do still have the ace, but the ace can only get one hatch anyway.
It takes us into a 4v3 now. Minute and 30 still left on the board. Gonna be trying to push in towards, well, towards nowhere. They need to bunker back down. They need to get themselves in the sight and watch the main and the dirt, because it's about to get hectic. Ooh!
Oh, nice shot from Bean. Really holding this round. Was he being shot by? Breach? No, Blue.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Well, Blue's dead, so.
Yep.
Oh, they actually still had the buck hard reach. I didn't see that.
But they are going to get that kitchen hatch open and try and take this engagement. But you had Legion crazy playing down below, trying to put some pressure. A Buck rotating himself down those stairs. Going to try this approach again, but with Warden off, that was Bean that was taking those shots from that angle. Not there anymore to contest it.
Find ourselves in a 2v2, all resting on the shoulders of Solejo and Crazy, who brought this back, right? Brought this map back, or this site back into potentially win it. Soul and Toaster going to get some real damage, and look at this. Solejo pushing up, going to find that kill now into a 1v2 as it's all resting on the shoulders of Exer. Now, if there is someone who could do it, it's him, but he's going to have to hit the cross at the same time. Right, then left. Boom. Boom. Oh, jeez, that was almost it. Crazy. Now into a 1v1. He's going to catch him on the run. No!
What is he doing?
Solejo, you broke rule number 1. You run, you die.
And the Legion Goo coming out at the end, doing a little bit of damage there on him after he got the kill. So it was close. It was potential for another Legion Goo to influence that round, but Exer coming up huge, grabbing a 2K at the end. Both teams playing conventionally. Love to see it. We're going to see who is going to win this legitimately at this point.
Indeed. Indeed. Okay, so where do we take it? We're going to see some Tersh site play? Indeed we are. It's going to be a little cash CCTV. The Azami to hold that catwalk. Ooh, and the fresh face on the board. Doc going to make an appearance here.
Doc is a very interesting pick, to be honest. It's similar to the Oryx pick, but he's got at least a more useful ability.
Could see him utilized in the same way that we see him utilized up in library, right? He maybe he's the one who's going to pull the rafter card.
Yeah, so when they set him on fire, he just docks up.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it would almost the breach denial seem like it's more useful utility potentially to try and eat up an operator on the attacking side. It has to bring impact EMPs to try and get it open, but without it, they're just going to be able to walk themselves in,
or at least open it up.
Oh, and Bean going for another spawn peek. Looks like Toaster taking him off the board.
There's two spawn peeks being attempted as well, because Bushman Jenkins took a lot of damage, but luckily was healed up by the dog.
There's the Monty already making his way completely up rafters. If they didn't have... They had Legion, but did not have any of the traps, or they were cleared off very quickly.
No kidding. That might have been the quickest Monty push I've ever seen. Like, he just straight walked up it. And one of the reasons why that he was able to do so, oh my lord, huge shot.
There it is. Yep.
Hectic to find Jenkins off the board. There was no Kiva barrier on that rack right there to force Monty to put his shield down, so he's able to walk up for free. It is going to take the kill onto Exer as we now find ourselves into a 4v3, minute and 47 left on the board. Looking to find one outside of the highway window. Lots of intel being fed here by the Solus.
Yeah, holding the angle on stairs coming up, but yeah, you called it. Monty being able to get up so quickly, but the 2.5 on the DMR going to take him down and can hold those angles significantly easier with that weapon. And Doc, you can standing on top there. Oh no, another's going to peek it too? Don't peek the DMR.
He's trying to completely open it up for the Monty. I don't think you're going to be able to do that, though.
No,
Yeah, I don't think you can with the DMR. Because you can't shoot the little wooden beams. Nice shot from the Legion.
Ooh.
Another nice shot from the Legion!
Oh no, the defense falling apart here at this point, and Monty does get himself in. Plant is going down. Takes a shot on Thermite, but does not get it. Toaster, that's the Pokeball from below. It works? No way.
Salejo on that 6-2 scoreline now in a 1v1, and they didn't get the plant down. That was such a huge move, but he gives away his location as he hits that. Oh my gosh, he has no clue. Salejo with the cleanup.
A really good clutch from Salejo. The smartness to go downstairs when they're planting and throw the impacts instantly at default as well.
Yeah.
Even though Monty just planted in a really poor location, should have maybe pushed cash side and then planted one of the desks.
Yeah, you knew where it was. That is the truth.
Yeah, that's interesting. You had the Solus playing from below, or at least they knew that she was playing at one of the points on red, I thought, because she took the shot on Thermite before the plant happened. So they definitely should have known that she was in that location to make the easy rotate downstairs. But yeah, I guess bad read there, and they tie it up 2-2 as we head into this what is the 4th map of the best of 5 tonight. Jeez.
Hey yo. Okay. So gonna stick with the plan, right? They're gonna trust their process. No breach denial, but they still are gonna set up a few layers. Mara banned out, so they're gonna have a little bit tougher time holding on to that bathroom area. But Castle being utilized here. I like that pick. Really try to slow these guys down, especially since they were bringing out the shields on the last round.
Gonna look and see, was Bean gonna try and take a spawn peek?
He does love those spawn peaks.
Playing downstairs, but not gonna put himself in a position. Oh, wait, never mind. Is he gonna take a shot on swing?
It'd be just a little too late to be effective there.
He swung just a little bit too late on swing.
The swing was swung, but it was...
Some siege poetry coming out there, and you called it. Lottie back on the Oryx. We talked about it on Chalet. Maybe it wasn't a great pick, but also the attacking team getting all of this breach opened up because not bringing out any of the breach denial. It's just not part of the A5 Storm lineup. That's just not how they play the game. So, not interested in bringing it out. And
what a shot!
Jeez!
How about a double to go with it on the Oryx? Boy, you called him out for playing Oryx, and he said, how about I just grab a couple kills to go along with it?
I mean, he could have gotten the same kills as Legion.
Legion's on the board.
As you say, Crazy does have Legion. But then, you know, Crazy could have then gone Bandit.
That's true.
But no, great shots coming out from PZ. He did it in the last round as well. He got the same double kill with the same gun.
There it is. Hectic. Yep, Hectic gonna find him, and that was through the drone hole. Seeing, was that... Who was playing through the drone hole there? Crazy?
I think it was, yeah.
Completely flashed out there, having to rotate. That was the dropping the hatch.
It's a 2v3 now, though. Bushman Jenkins did even it up a little bit. And he must know what these two players are. For either audio or just shooting at them, because the hatch is very low, Hectic is.
Oh.
The situation awareness just isn't there from the Abada, and Bushman Jenkins with the free kill on the round.
Wow, the double to end it. Holy cow.
Yep, Bushman Jenkins feeling good. We talked about him being a sub going in to start round 3 on this A5 Storm team, and having a great round. I think finishing with 12 kills as the last minute sub, and already making an impact here as we head into this map 4 Clubhouse. We're on round 6. The round wrote the first half almost over at this point, and we haven't talked about it again if you're just joining us for a little while, but this Mr. Pang Esports team, a Pug Stack originally, taking on round XGS Season 1 and 2, continuing changing out some members, including a couple from the Element 2 Wanted Goon Squad. So playing very well, but Army of 5 Storm putting themselves together a fantastic GNL final to hold what was a very good team, taking them to 4 maps at this point, 2 on overtime.
And they've gotten the 3 rounds they need, because this is currently the most probably even, like the even map in the current pool. Most of the time it is a 3-3 split you're looking at, and they have got the 3 they need, so hopefully, and if they want to, they can get a 4th and even better. But he's going for the spawn peak again. You at least get a drone.
Nope. He shot the drone and that was it, and got himself back inside and barricaded back up. They're going to play a little bit more carefully here. That feels like a good call at this point, because they for sure want to win. They for sure want to take this team down. There's no doubt about it.
So last round of the half here. Are we going to see, and Mr. Pang Esports already having done their job, right? They needed to get their 2 to hit their quota, which is pretty standard for most of the maps, outside of maybe like Border, where you want to have a bit of a more attacker-friendly side. But so last round, if they can get 1 more, it's icing on the cake. If not, they're feeling fine at a 4-2 split going into their own defense, where you can almost guarantee they are going to be extremely aggressive and extremely active.
What a shot from Hectic on the
no
intel
way.
there from the drone. He shoots the drone, know he's been sussed out, makes a run for it to garage, heading for oil pit, taken out. Great awareness and an execution there by Hectic. And intel from the team.
Yeah. Huge pick. Now puts body balance in favor of Mr. Pang Esports. Start to try to open up the floors, get themselves a real fish in a barrel situation, try to pick off somebody. They, of course, the last time, this, right where Crazy was sitting, I think they opened up the floor and somebody got removed immediately and relegated to the cams. Look at that. Through the impact spot.
That's right, trying to find it, wondering, is there a Valk cam holding this down, or any other cam? Valk not on the board for this one, but you can occasionally see it tucked up under one of the hoods of the cooking there, and trying to make sure that no one is watching those moves he's putting on in the kitchen, trying to find a way down.
Still, the body balance tipped over to Mr. Pang Esports, as they're sitting in a 5v2 exige to find one, but he is going to get taken off the board on the refract, put this into a 4v2 situation. Smoke going to go out, but Warden's got the number here. Oh, excuse me? Swing?
Through the smoke, finds that kill, and Hectic gonna claim his life as well. I can't believe it's such a great shot there through the smoke, taking out Warden, who looked like he had the drop on them, but his outline must have been just been visible.
I think it was more the sound, because when the Warden's glasses do turn on, there is a slight sound that even the attackers can hear. And I think maybe he just read into that and just pre-thought, yeah, the Warden's watching this smoke.
Wow.
Good call, Milo. That's potentially what we saw happen. Crazy to see it. Great shot there. And if the other crazy thing at this point, Swing bringing out the Tubero, this is the first time we're seeing him played on any map tonight, I think, right? We at that point?
I think you're right, yeah. I
That
don't
is-
recall him being utilized.
That's absolutely wild that the new op, who a lot of people considered absolutely unbelievably overpowered, hasn't made an appearance here until map 4 in the second half.
Okay, that is also the op swap, my friend. So, we're going to see a lot, a different kind of play style here. So if we are going to see some breach now, so we're going to try to keep those hatches. And look at that, Jenkins bringing out
To locate a bomb.
some hard breach. Let's go. A little bit of mid-match adaptation here on the side of A5. No Habana, however, to get those hatches open, and he can only open one, so an interesting call. I feel like I've been saying that all night when it comes to A5 this evening. So, interesting call.
Well, at this point, it's absolutely part of their MO, right? They've been bringing this style of play, no hard breach, or very little hard breach, and very little breach denial as that's their standard MO for play style. And we're considering it interesting, but for them, apparently, it's business as usual.
Business as usual. Taking a lot of real estate here very quickly as Ace making his way towards the bathroom area. Also, Amaru getting that top floor cleared out pretty quickly as well.
Doesn't feel like much of a room getting currently from Mr. Pang, so it does seem like they're giving them all this space for free already. So more of a bunker hold coming out at the moment. And talking about the Tubero, here he is. Will he be able to stop this hatch from being opened?
He's got that canister right on it, so if he times it correctly, obviously they're not going to be able to destroy the ace charge, but whether or not they can slow it down significantly, is it worth it to use it? And you see those feet prints coming out. Unfortunately, I don't think that's a C4able surface, so they're just intel at this point.
I always forget they make footprints.
Yeah, really, I love the footprints too, but you can't C4 it, right? You have to C4 ahead of it, because that thing will still stop your C4 from going off. All electronic gadgets.
There, the flash is coming out, and gonna full white hectic there as we see this attacking team push down the stairs, but able to grab a few pieces of intel here. They are gonna finally get this hatch open, gonna get the Tubero off. No longer holding down that piece of that piece of utility. He's going to continue to fire on the hatch though and keep the attackers upstairs.
No head holes on the triple walls, so they're not going to be contesting them walking down main, other than from Memo, but they can't hold Memo anymore.
Oh my lord. Oh, there we go. Finds one. Bean to find another, and just like that, we get taken into a true 2v2 as Amaru has been downed as well. Looking towards sight. Oh, man.
I was going to say, Finka still has one of our things left, but no! It's only Finka now.
Rough. All on her shoulders. Gonna have to get the plant down, and in this 1v2, it's a little tough to ask.
That's a triple. There's a triple coming out from Exer right here at the end. He found two and then finds that final one from Fingers. He tries to push in.
I think he also got the opening kill. I think he also got the opening kill, so I think it's actually a 4K.
4 will bring up that scoreboard for Exer at 10, 3, and 2. Absolutely dominating the server right now. Having a fantastic performance.
Oh, man. 4-3. In the favor of Mr. Pang Esports. They're on the defense, so a bit of an uphill climb for A5. Not impossible.
Attackers need to locate and defuse.
In fact, I'd say it could be even probable. We could see it. They can get up going.
Whiskey at this
Take us
point.
to the decider.
4 hours into this cast, 4 hours into the GNL Grand Finals, getting to see it. The free league coming out, the place where we got our starts. The place where some of these players got their starts. Happy to be a part of this one finally, and everyone joining us. There's a lot of Siege you could be watching or playing. Glad you were here with us. What an epic showdown for all time for literally no money. This is just for the glory, my friend, and just makes it a little bit better.
Yeah, agreed. Oh, shout out Queen, appreciate that. Friend of the Siege Double Shot, she says, don't forget to hit that follow button. That's right, folks. At 1,000 followers, we're giving away a signed hat that we had picked, that we had signed at the Atlanta Major. Some very fun names on there, including Pengu, Bolo, Spoit and Spirits, Kino. Bunch of fun names that we've got on the hat. So make sure, tell your friends. It'll be a fun time.
A piece of Siege history that could be yours.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's an early pick taking Exige off the board as it's the DMR, devastating in the hands of the right person. And
Swing was
apparently
picked
crazy
up.
is that.
Swing was picked up as well, but they saw the blood trail, so they should know at least, hey, look, we downed someone, so someone is low.
That's right, those
I think
ash
so.
charges coming out. Interesting enough, too, like you said, I love seeing the fact that Mira's not on the board, so we get to see this interesting style, which is very much run and gun at this point.
Yeah, yep. Walk in, click heads, hope that it works out for you in the end.
And it is working out.
No kidding. Find ourselves all of a
Saleho.
sudden in a 4v2. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, Saleho is definitely clicking them heads.
So is Hectic at 8 and 6 at this point, but Caster cursed him right off the board. Sorry, my friend.
Still got a whole minute and 21, and the fire going to keep Frost outside of the objective as the plant starts to go down, and he's going to get this one for free.
I'm gonna say Crazy may have gone down, but the fact that he shot the Goya canisters really helped.
Oh, wow. Now this is, I was going to say, now this is winnable with their ability to put the pinch here on the attacker. We saw that was Thatcher trying to get himself outside to be able to hold it from the exterior, but not going to happen. Great shot there by the defender to shut that route down, grab a win there on the defense. So I think that's 5 at that point.
It is 5, yeah. It's very poor from the fact he doesn't need to overextend there. He just needs to hold the plant down.
That's something that that we heard Naj talk about earlier, is that no need to do some of the things that they were doing, some unnecessary motion, and that coming back here. I imagine we're going to hear him say something about that at the end here.
Agreed. Oh, is that a... Do we have a DC or it just hasn't picked us?
I'm not 100% sure.
Well, we figure this out. Sit back, relax, folks, because when we come back, it's gonna...
No.
Oh,
no.
see, all I had to do was start it.
You
That's all I had to do.
You just had to say the words, my friend. As soon as they came out of your mouth, it fired right back up. Hectic, I mean, he's been having trouble all night long. He's playing on a toaster, he says. Yeah, I've seen that. I use that line in ranked all the time. Love to see it. So, Toaster joining Hectic on his toaster to play this game, and definitely been struggling a little bit throughout the night, but glad to see that we didn't get a DC. We're going to continue playing.
Okay, let's talk about this defense as we head back to that cache CCTV setup. I'm going to bring one of the fun ops here. Recently reworked swing, going to be on the Maestro. Definitely enough bullets to kill them all, and that thing, man, feels like it has barely any recoil.
Well, and you get 3 of those, 3 of his Evil Eye cams that can shoot back. So in some important positions here, holding down the main breach, as well as holding here in construction. Those cams going to be in a vital part of this this defensive hold. And we've got Hectic playing. Yep. Oh, I thought he was going to be setting himself up for a run out. Not going to happen.
The fact that they gave Maestro a 3rd Evil Eye is still crazy to me. Oh, Exige, you're going for those pattern of not as far this time, but run-outs.
Oh, wow, Soulless escaping. She was running downstairs, but I think was being chased there by Bean playing on the IQ. That's the counter to Soulless, right? They can suss each other out depending on if they're using that gadget. So we're gonna have to be careful on who is using it when.
Yeah, or how often you pull that thing out, that's for sure.
Oh, the run out here, but no, nobody's in sight. Nobody's in position for her to be able to take a shot on. It's a good, I mean, a little bit of fortune there to the attacking team, or unfortunate for Soulless. Exige trying to find one to shoot, but they're both playing behind the wall. I feel like they know potentially that that she's playing there.
Yeah, that's definitely... I think they did have her sussed out. She thought that, or maybe thought that they got around the corner to the other, or back down to, or back up into sight, but no, not going to be the case. Maestro, first of all.
I think Bean shot them through the floor when they were on their cam, but out of nowhere, 2 picks just go the other side.
That's right. Toaster coming up crazy here as well. Nice shot coming out in chat, indeed. And that SMG-11 nerf, not a part of the game for sure.
Nerfs don't matter if you hit the head.
That's true. That's what I love about Siege, the one-shot headshot.
Look at all of this intel she's grabbing. They know there is a ton of defensive utility upstairs. Boy, it is all down to Crazy and Bean. But, I mean, with that much utility and the shot there from Solus, potentially knowing as she was using her gadget. And now all up to Crazy with a run out by Xer to finish it off. Boy, even with it was a good shot there. They had all these run outs in place, but even with all the intel, was not enough for the attackers to take it. We head into round 10, and we're back. We're back with it. We were here on Sky for several rounds. We've hit match point again, and this time again, Mr. Peng Esports is on match point, map point, grand final point. A5 Storm managed to come back 4 in a row to push OT on Sky. Can they do the same on Club?
Ooh, here's a bit of a crazy pick too, especially if he doesn't get sussed out. One of my favorites. Oh, Swing bringing out the Cav. You know, I just love seeing the Cav in competitive play.
Pretty rare, and bringing out that shotgun as well. Love to see it. You're right. We rarely get to see Cav in competitive play, but does not appear that she's trying to hide, right? She's being a part of the site setup, so likely to get sussed out as part of the drone game here as they get themselves all of this intel for the attacking team as they get themselves ready.
5 seconds left before insertion.
It's going to be very hard for A5 Storm to come back at this moment. On the sweep, 3 defensive wins. I'm surprised this entire game we haven't seen a single timeout from either team.
Yeah, that is pretty. Well, you know, it can go that way, right? It's T4 Siege.
Yeah, true.
Not known for their timeout taking.
Even if I'm winning, I take them to annoy the other team.
Yeah, got to. Timeouts are essential. We do pull the stat up is what, like 80% that if you take your timeout, you have an 80% chance likely to more win it. I didn't say that right.
The team that takes a timeout has got a 75 to 80% chance to win the immediate round following. Great shot there by XC. Just gonna, even though they got that can opener opened a hole in the reinforcement and got a call, he's gonna close that hole up. And now the other pick that we wanted to talk about. Love seeing the fuse come out here and cause chaos down below. And a TK on the side of A5? No. The timing.
6 team kills now has happened between 4 maps.
Jeez. Here we go. Could find themselves that Intero that we just so desperately want to see. Does down one, but not going to go for the kill. Too far away. Not a chance to risk it because you know what's going on the side of those comms. Cav on me! Cav on me!
Yep. Even though I don't think they had anybody in a position to be able to... The attacking team had nobody that was in a position, but here it is! It's gonna happen! The Intero comes out before Swing is able to take her down. And look at this. The defenders know exactly where they are, and it's Hectic was upstairs trying to find one, and they're gonna take the shots into garage. Not gonna connect though. Oh, and the long shot there from Salejo. He's had a couple clutches, so this is still possible here, but it is down at 2v3. 50 seconds left in this potential game, my friend.
Could be over right here. But there's still, yeah, you're right, there's still a decent amount of time left. They can still work something here if they just, you know, hit their shots. It's still an FPS game. So if they just hit their shots, they may be able to bring this back into their favor. And look at X's health, though.
really on that 1 HP in a dream, and you're right. In a one-shot headshot game, it could be over very quickly, and that's going to be a triple kill for some. Oh my gosh, for Fuse, and that's going to be the plant starting to go down in this 2v2 scenario. Stop, right? Oh
He
my
gets
gosh,
a quad.
Solejo, could he get the ace here?
He's gonna get the plant down.
Now has to
Down.
ace it to clutch this up.
He could run and get his. I would go get his teammate up.
He's been the clutch master this entire game, wanting to hold on to that stat. There is 20 seconds left. If Exige hits this shot, they win the grand final.
Oh,
He's gonna ace it!
Let's go! 8-5, clutching up, bringing that scoreline just a little bit closer.
No way. Oh no.
Like we said, if he just hit his shots, he won the round. I'm blaming the Capcan on that round. He was so wanting one of those kills, he ran after them and then just gave him a free pick.
Crazy. Match point again, had to be perfect for 3. Found the first one. See if they're able to pull a second one along and potentially take us to an overtime scenario.
This
Okay.
did happen last game.
Yeah, this is playing out exactly the same. Both of these teams playing very well. We're not seeing the strat roulette. We're seeing A5 and Mr. Pang both play very well at this point, hitting some great shots on both sides of the board. This is wild at this point. And it came down to a 1v1 there. And if Exige would have hit it, that would have been it. And it would have been that 1v1 glitter you're always asking for.
Want it. I need it. I crave it. Let's see what they brought down for this defense. Milo, walk us through it. Do you like it? Seems pretty standard outside of the echo on the board.
I like seeing the tubby back because last time that is what helped them get so much time off the board away from A5. But honestly, I wanted to see the Cav again.
Yeah, yep, same. Yep, big same.
It got 2 picks for them. It worked really well.
Well, Glitter, you got to see what you wanted. We saw the Intero in competitive play.
Yeah, let's go.
Talking about interrogations and competitive play, do you guys know who the first person to get a interrogation in Pro League was?
Ooh, a little bit of history, a little bit of facts. I do not know that. Lay it on me.
It was Eunice from G2 Esports in the 6 Major Paris final against Evil Genius.
Let's go.
That's why when now you see someone doing an interrogation, they'll usually follow it up with a fist bump in the air, because that's what Eunice did.
Oh, you can't beat it. You can't freaking beat it. Okay, here we go. First minute getting ticked off the board here as we do sitting at 5-5 still. No real contest going on. The drone's doing what they do and sussing out where the heck these defenders are actually sitting at. Do we have much of a roam game here? I went more on that bunker down strat.
Yeah, same thing. This is exactly what we saw them play the last time, right? Everybody is down here on the bottom floor. We've got some intel and they've got the dirt, but that is it. Other than that, everyone's downstairs.
It's a clutch or kick time. Minute and a half still left on the clock. It's plenty of time for them to suss out. And talking about sussing out, had to get droned out. You know, he's got him sitting in that generator in that blue area. Ooh.
There's that kill Exige needed the last round.
Yeah, and that's tough too because that's Solejo off the board, and that's the top frag. 13-7 gonna go. IQ the next to follow as we find ourselves into a 5v3. Minute left, and they've got the beat on it, trying to find that kill from the long distance, but it's going to be swing to find it onto Jenkins now into a 5v2. This is looking a little desperate here for the attacking team. They know they have got one stuck down in oil. They're going to take him off the board, and now into a 5v1, and it is all but wrapped up here for Mr. Pink Esports. Does?
Oh,
Oh,
a
it's
TK?
the seventh team kill! But it is. The game is over. I mean, you guys can say it, the GNL champions.
That's right. That's right, my friend. Mr. Pang Esports GNL champions. It's a best of 5 that only took 4.
And it was a long 4 to make it there. 16-13, a couple of great shots here on that 7 and 4 to finish it out. And we saw 2 different maps go all the way to overtime.
Okay.
It was certainly long 4, but it was a really fun one.
Yeah, indeed, absolutely. It was a blast. So we're gonna figure out exactly what we got going on next here. So sit back, relax, because when we come back, it'll be time to siege the night. Ayo.
Let's go.
What's up, and welcome back, fellow Siege spectators and players. If you're just joining us, well, where the heck have you been? You missed a hell of a round, a hell of a match, a hell of a GNL Grand Finals, and it was a big GG's to Mr. Pangs. We're going to break it down just a little bit while we get set up for potentially doing an interview here. So back to you, Mr. Naj. Take it away, my friend.
Well, my friend, in that map, as a whole, there wasn't a grand amount to analyze. There was a lot of sort of back and forth tug of war between the two teams, but something I did very much notice is, we all know that Clubhouse is a map that is extremely 50-50, just in general.
Mm-hmm.
It's the closest map to 50-50 in the entire map pool. Fun fact. The actual kill count and conversion off of the opening picks was relatively even all over. We've got Pang with 7 opening kills, and actually only managing to translate 4 of them. So it's relatively 50-50. You've got that sort of like aspect of it being 63%. Is it 63%? No, it's like 56. Numbers. And then on the opposite side, you've got A5 with only 1 win from their opening picks, with 4 opening picks total. So 25% for them. And the main things I've got down here are like there's a lot of unnecessary repositioning on the attacking side when you're trying to take a push and you're like refusing to take an engagement because you're kind of afraid of like things going wrong. But at the end of the day, you've kind of got to full send and see what happens. Then as well, little fun fact for you. I got 2 fun facts. How many operator gadgets were used? So operator primary gadgets were utilized on the defense in the first round that IQ was brought on club. Can you tell me?
2.
Do you know?
2.
More.
7.
A lot more.
A lot more than 7?
Yeah.
15.
Close. 16.
Oh man.
16 operator gadgets. And that's just on the primary gadgets for the operators. That's a lot of things. Another thing is the fact that when we had the when we had the Monty coming up onto the rafters, that was originally coined by Pengu. And it was also a G2 strategy to not bring hard breach denial. So there you go. For the simple reason that the entire philosophy in 2020 was the fact that a good team's going to get the wall open anyway, because you throw a Thatcher nade and everything just disappears. So that's the entire sort of analysis that I have for you. It's all in the bin.
Yeah, well, it's been a blast having you here, Naj. We super appreciate it. It looks like, Whiskey, do we have the interview set up and ready to go?
We are ready. So, bringing in Exige for the interview. And can you hear us okay, my friend?
I can hear you.
Hey, hey, big GGs, man. Definitely
yeah.
kept us entertained on that those last couple of maps.
I had to,
Yeah.
it was a best of 5 for a reason. It just didn't feel right if we'd finished it in 3.
So, question: was it strat roulette? Were you spinning the wheel, or were you just coming up with that on the spot?
I mean, we got a few thinkers on the team. High quality strategies came out. I mean, stuff you're not going to see anywhere else.
That's true. Yeah, you're inventive and creative. Absolutely.
And definitely
course.
stuff we're never going to see anywhere else. That was amazing to see in competitive play.
That's what you want to see.
Yeah. That's what we
Everybody
want to
wants
see. Yep, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Who's calling all that stuff out? Who's calling all the fun plays?
Oh, a little bit of everybody. you
Yeah.
know? Yeah, I mean, had to have a little bit of fun here and there. It's GNL, most prestigious league I think any of us have played in. Really just means a lot to us. Mr. Pang, he's looked after us for years, and we wouldn't be here without him.
It has been a long time. I mean, this is a team that you and I talked about trying to find out the lore behind Mr. Pang Esports Worldwide, and it goes way back, and it's a pretty fun history. So I'm glad that we got to learn a little bit of that as part of this journey, because taking Xenon early on and then coming through and winning GNL as well, it feels like a really good story. So has this team changed composition a lot along the way, or has it been sort of a core group that stick together?
It's changed. And I mean, shout out to all the boys from Mr. Pang. You're out there. We know you. We love you. Shout out to Troy. Happy birthday, buddy. We love you. You're
Happy
a big
birthday,
boy
Troy.
now.
Happy birthday. Mhm.
Go, he can drink now. We're so proud of
Heyo,
him.
let's go.
Yeah, we wouldn't be here without him as well. He actually nurtured me back in the day, so just a great guy. He deserves this too. He's part of Mr. Pang. He's our analyst. He gave us all the information we needed to go into this match and be really well prepared.
Excellent.
So what's coming next for Mr. Pang's Mr. Pang's?
GNL, it's just the most prestigious league, so we will plan to stay on top of it. We plan to take down any person that comes into GNL, and we will maintain that hierarchy that we have. And Exer Shane O'Brien, spelled Brian. I don't care what he says. He's our leader, and he wants us on top, so we're going to keep doing that.
Yeah, give it 100%, 110%, and really keep that GNL legacy and dynasty alive. Well, you love to hear it, folks. Yeah, love to hear it. Anything that you want to say to anybody that's still watching? It was just an absolute blast to have you here, for sure.
If your girlfriend says she wants to know if you'll still love her when she's a worm, say yes. I haven't been able to talk to my girlfriend for 3 weeks now. Say yes. If you're watching this, I still love you, and I would date you if you were a worm. I want you to know.
That is some sage advice, and we're here. I'm glad that we were a part of that special moment. Appreciate that.
I love you guys. Thank you for supporting me from the beginning.
Yep, from the very beginning.
That's right.
Siege, everybody. It has been just truly a pleasure to watch you, and we hope that we do get to see some more out of you on the GNL front, because it's always a blast.
Thanks for having us, guys.
Yeah.
We love you.
Oh, we love you too. Well, Mr. Whiskey, I think we've done it, my friend.
That's right. And GNL Grand Final done, and this is at least our third. And again, we talked about the fact that got our start in GNL. It's a special league to us as well. and glad that we can continue to be a part of a free league that has this much prestige behind it. So just fantastic grand final. Only took 4. Mr. Pang Esports Worldwide taking it over A5 Storm, who put up a pretty good fight against what was a inventive and interesting strategy that had us all rolling and had a great time. So we were glad you were here with us for it.
Yeah, it was an absolute blast. Okay, folks. Well, we have reached the dreaded end of the evening. You know we hate to do it. There's no more siege left on the board.
That's right.
So I guess we're at the point where we're gonna bid you adieu. And as the lights start to dim, and the jukebox starts to play closing time, remember, if she asks if you would still date her if she were a worm, say yes, and you don't have to go home.
But you can't stay here.
Ayo.
Let's go.